retard, retard, retard.
All right. How we doing? This thing working? I think we're okay. I think I can hear myself. Yeah, there we go. Got some new overlays going. Get some new stuff. The big laggy, you know, getting all crazy problem. I'm hoping I fix that by going to OBS. So we'll talk about that in a second. Who we got in here today? Ray River, good to see you, man. Fred Dirks, welcome aboard. Pink Panther indeed. Quantity, good to see you. Jacob Sactor's in the house. So is Adam Muncie. Frank T's in the house. Dogs, welcome aboard. Ray River, good to see you twice. 777 Pilot, welcome aboard. Flying Taildrecker, good to see you, Justin. John Flies in the house. Good to see you, John. Busted Minimums, we are back on OBS today. We're going to give her a whirl. Make sure it all works. The shakedown run, if you will. Killer Hornet Gaming, welcome aboard. Good to see you. Junior Simmer. It's early here in the U.S. as well, man. I mean, well, East Coast, I should say, not the U.S. It's almost 1 o'clock. The Blue Sky, welcome aboard. Baffling Port, happy Monday. Good to see you, man. Nothing to do but watch me stream. Yeah, you say that now. You say that now. Should be a good time today, though. In play, good to see you, man. I am Marcus. Welcome aboard. The Moon Online, welcome aboard. The Moo Online or the Moon Line? It's either the Mo Online, the Moo Online, or the Moon Line. But hello to you, sir. Right guy, welcome aboard, man. Good to see you. Algal. Angry Al, welcome aboard. None shall pass, Big D. Happy Monday, sir. Good to see you, man. Who we got in here? ESO X Giant. Happy President's Day to you as well, sir. That is why we are here today. Joe Nurses, welcome aboard. Foxtrot Oscar, welcome aboard. FSX Games, welcome aboard. Happy Monday. Subsonic Flight, good afternoon to you too, sir. Ramos J, afternoon, man. Happy Monday. John Debray, what is up, sir? Good to see you, man. Femler, welcome aboard. Good to see you, man. Busted Minimums here in the house. Watching me try to pronounce names is the highlight of the stream. I know. Oh, you damn foreigners, man. When are you going to be flying Memphis from JFK? I don't know. One of these days. One of these days we might do it. Today we're going to be flying up in New England, though. Do some VFR, do a little IFR, just kind of shake down the Panthera here. Bliznake, good to see you, man. Happy President's Day to you as well, and happy early birthday, my friend. CBS 1133, yo, what is up? Happy Monday. Vasco Point's here from Portugal. Vasco Point's always here from Portugal. The day when Vasco Point's not here from Portugal is the day that I'm going to be concerned. Good to see you, man. Yeah, if you get the Twitch Prime, you gotta hit the sub button every month. Yeah. Timmy J, good to see you, man. Happy Monday to you guys. Anybody I missed so far? I imagine it's gonna be a little bit of a light crowd here this afternoon. Is there anybody way up here that I missed? I think we got everybody. Young Pilot 91, good to see you, man. Iron Joey's in the house. I think we got him at that point. If I missed anybody, do say hello. Apache X2, good to see you, man. We got the day off today. Today is President's Day in the U.S., and my new company likes to observe all of the bank holidays, so I get this day off. Which actually works out really well because I've been feeling like poo all weekend, and I still today even don't feel maybe the best. Launchpad Flagata, good to see you, man.
Retard.
Flagata? Yeah, it is Flagata. Okay, I got that one right. Quantity, good to see you. We'll get the subscriptions, resubs here in a second. Chewy94 is also streaming. Yeah, Chewy streams during the day. He pulls in a pretty good crowd. TFDI Design. Good morning, my friend. Or good afternoon. You guys got an update to that 717 coming at some point, right? I'm looking forward to getting that thing back up in the air. We'll make some time for you guys here soon. But good to see you, man. Welcome aboard. Hey, TFDI, man, are you guys gonna be at FlySimCon? Because we'll have to arrange a nice little meet and greet. Gavin K, good morning to you as well, sir. Good to see you, man. Alt Gopher, welcome aboard. Still need to get the kids to bed. That's all right. We'll be here for a few hours. Plenty of time to put the kids to sleep. Luis Monza, welcome aboard, man. Thank you very much, sir. Dave Tunes, good morning to you as well, or good afternoon here where I'm at. It's 12:45. Mr. Mr. DDZ666, good to see you, man. Happy Monday. Rish, what plane is that? This is the Pipistrel Panthera by Aerobask. First stream I'm watching, Hunt Aviation. Well, good to see you, man. Welcome aboard, sir. Happy Monday. Would I recommend buying X-Plane 10 on Steam or the DVD? I would buy X-Plane 10 digitally direct from Laminar. Go to xplane.com and buy it there, because if you buy it direct from Laminar right now, you also get a copy of X-Plane 11. You just outright, they're just going to give it to you. Community opt-in beta. All right, man. I'll check it out. I'll get in touch with you later. We're going to talk about Flight SimCon here in a second, too, because I had a real productive conversation on Saturday and basically have secured our booth space to live stream from. So I'm super, super, super jazzed. I get to talk about all the guys that are going to be there, too. Also excited about that. 6:30 in the evening, where Hunt Aviation's at. Oh, it's getting late then. It's late, but at least we get to see a lot of you guys for the first time. We're going to actually have, in the next week, we're going to have 2 afternoon streams because I'm busy on Friday, which means that next week's stream will be a Saturday afternoon stream, which probably means we'll go to Europe. Hello, everybody. Welcome aboard. Happy Monday. It's good to see all you guys. I've been sicker than a dog all weekend. I did some chatting and some tweaking of some stuff with Mr. Fabiano on Saturday, and after I hung up the call with him, I started getting some fairly intense stomach pains, which very quickly manifested itself into me laying on the couch in my office watching Squirrel, and then falling asleep, and then eventually running a 101 fever for a day and a half, and really not feeling well until just today. So I wasn't even sure if today's stream was going to happen, but I woke up this morning, and honestly, I felt pretty okay. So I was productive, and I got some stuff done. I redid the overlay because now we're in OBS. So I moved back to OBS, hoping that the occasional twitchy and lagginess problem that we've been seeing with the Elgato stuff is going to be fixed. And I figured while I'm moving to OBS, I may as well crank on an overlay here. And the reason why I've got the overlay is because I run X-Plane in windowed mode. So without the overlay, we have bars. So there's 2 ways around the bars. One way is that I can crop the bars out, and then I can add black above and below. And that's what I was doing before. So you have a little bit of black above, you have a little bit of black below, and it kind of letterboxes it. The other way is that I can remove the bars, and then I can stretch everything out. And I can blow it up just a little bit, make everything fit, but then you lose kind of the side of the screen there. Or I can add a little informational overlay to the top that shows Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and my Discord server. And then also lets us put a little piece of information about, in this case, live from Flight SimCon 2017, June 10th to 11th. Please come stop and see. So yeah, that's been kind of the weekend. That's been kind of the morning projects. Before we go to the plane, though, I want to talk real quick about Flight SimCon. So I had a chance to speak with Evan, the organizer for the event, and we went through looking at booth space and kind of this and that, and talking about what our contributions as live streamers can be to the event. So as it stands right now, we have some space. Let me copy this. Let's see if that's gonna work. Yeah, so we have some space. So this is the space that we're gonna be occupying. Kind of a crappy picture because I didn't blow it up properly, but there's like this little raised area that's kind of walled in, okay? And you can envision my desk being here with my back to, this, and I'll show you the other side here in a second, with my back to the side here, and then people being able to kind of come up and filter in and say hi and hang out and all that stuff. So there's that one, and then here's the other picture. The other side of things. Copy that. Paste that. Ooh, that one's bigger. That's what she said. And then here's the other side of it. So our desk would be right here with our backs to the wall, and there's going to be additional tables and people kind of milling about back here and whatnot. So tentatively, this is the space that we're going to be occupying at Flight SimCon. I have organized a number of people to come help us live stream. So myself, Mr. Jeff Fabiano, Aerosim Gaming will be there. John Fly will be there. Josh J. Gibbs will be there. Those are the 5 people that we have. Oh, and Durka, the 6 people that we have basically confirmed to stream from the event. And then there's like 1 or 2 other people that I've been talking to and trying to work some stuff out with that I can't really talk about who they are, but should hopefully be there. So we're going to have some awesome live streamers that'll be there working the event and kind of doing their thing. And it'll be a great chance if you guys go to come and meet some of us. And I'm going to work on putting together an official meet and greet where we'll meet at the booth and kind of shoot the breeze with some people, get to shake hands and all that stuff. But super, 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 super jazzed about that. So I wanted to start the stream off by talking about that and kind of all that stuff. And let's go fly some airplanes. What do you say? Are we good? Are we good? Holt Blackheath, good to see you, man. Paco Bort, welcome aboard. Can't believe catstrator is flying anything but Air Force One on President's Day. Yeah, no kidding. We're gonna fly this pink plane. This pink plane. This is the Pipistrel Panthera. That's a mouthful by Aerobask. This is version 3.0. None of you guys have this one yet. I got permission from Aerobask to go ahead and stream this thing today, and I've been doing a little bit of flying in it on my own, and it's really cool. Like, it's really damn cool. There's still some work to do. There are still a couple of rough edges with the interfaces. There's still going to be some work to do. There's some things that we can do now that that we can't do now that we want to be able to do later. There's these memory allocation things at the bottom here that, hey, they're just going to be there, whatever. But it's at least in a state where we can do some initial flying and show it off. So here's what we're going to do today. We are going to fly. Where's my button at? Oh, that didn't work. Oh, no. My thing didn't work. Let's try this again. Hey, there we go. Okay, so we are going to fly from Laconia up and around the White Mountains in New Hampshire. So we're gonna kind of bounce north a little bit here, do some sightseeing and some circling, and then we're gonna head back down towards Boston. We're gonna do a city tour over the city of Boston, check out the nice Mr. X scenery there, and then we're gonna land at Boston. Once we are down at Boston, we are then going to fly IFR to Teterboro. So we're gonna make our way down to Teterboro. That'll be a little bit of a longer flight, and then from Teterboro, we're gonna go to 1 November. God, what is it? We're going to go to 1 November 2. We're going to do this one VFR. Let's delete that. So this is what our flight plan will look like in a nutshell. Okay, we're going to go Laconia down to Boston after we do some sightseeing up in the mountains. We're going to fly IFR down to Teterboro. And then we're going to fly the city route. We're going to fly there's a name for this thing. Basically the Hudson River Corridor. We're going to fly that down across New York City. We're gonna fly south of there. We're gonna fly south of JFK, and we're gonna make our way all the way up Long Island and go to 1 November 2. So it should be a good amount of flying today. 2 VFR flights and 1 IFR flight. So without any delays, let's get this thing up and going. So everything is kind of reconfigured on the stream. So I need you guys, like, if you notice anything weird, anything wonky, I'm gonna go back and watch this myself later. But if you notice anything strange or weird, let me know, and we'll take a look at it. So, real quick, Foxtrot Oscar 19, welcome back to the Beer of the Month Club, sir. Thank you very much for your continued support. Cheers, my friend. Quantidin says woot. Quantidin, I told you it worked just fine. Welcome back, my friend of the Beer of the Month Club. Thank you again very much for your support. Busted Minimums is a new member of the Beer of the Month Club. Busted Minimums, thank you very much for your support, sir. Cheers. I'm cheersing with water today because I'm still not feeling great, and it's also Monday, and I don't drink on Mondays. And Alt Gopher, thank you for your continued support, sir. Welcome back to the Beer of the Month Club. Cheers. You guys are all super awesome. Let's see, we got Yo-Yo ZB in the house. Oh, I think that's Lionel. That's you, right? That's Lionel. Zine, good to see you, man. Welcome aboard. D Galster, welcome aboard, sir. And I think we got them all at this point. Epic Simming HD's in the house. And yeah. So we're going to be flying on the PilotEdge network. We're out of coverage and all that stuff, but I prefer to we'll keep it simple in PilotEdge. So if you have a PilotEdge account, you're more than welcome to come join us. If you type !route, it'll tell you the airport codes that we are filing. You can also look on the map and see us. But yeah, let's get this thing going. So we'll put people and fuel in here. Obviously, I can't load all 144 of you, but we'll get as many. We'll get a few. By a few, I mean we'll just have 2 of us. No bag. Actually, you know what? Let's put 4 of us in here. No baggage. Ooh. Let's put 4 of us. Let's put 2 of us and 2 children in here. Yeah, and then put 103 gallons of fuel. That's good. Pop you in right there. And let's get this sucker started up. So master switch, avionics switch. I'm gonna need to bind myself a mixture. Rendering option. Nope, not rendering options. Joystick and equipment. This one needs to be mixture. That's mixture. That's prop. Great. We will come over to the Garmin displays. Yeah. Go map there. Go terrain there. All right. So we've got 2 Dynon Skyview displays, and we've got two Garmin GTN displays, which we'll be kind of messing around with here. So let's go 1200. That's what we will be today. Altitude reporting on. Enter. And we are happy with that. Okay. I'm also going to go into, oops, 123.45. Transfer that. Okay. Perfect. Okay, masters on, avionics are on. We'll turn the fuel pump on for a second. Ourselves full rich here. I don't know if this is actually simulated, but I'm going to do it anyway. Prop levers to full, pitot heats off, AP, ANC, auxiliary all off. Let's go ahead and start this engine up. Now, oh yeah, parking brake too. Parking brake's down here. We'll pull that out. And we will turn the fuel to the right. Pop you out there. Okay, so this got me the first time I tried to fly this thing. I said, Lionel, I can't start the plane because it won't let me click on the starter. And he says, oh, the key's in the armrest. So you have to take the key out of the armrest, and then you can start the plane. Real good place to hide it, I guess. Okay, so we have prop mixture. You're out. Let's do nav lights, recognition lights. Everything else can stay off. Clear prop. Oh, you know what? Get rid of the static elements. And then clear prop. Okay. One good engine. The RPM's up a little bit here. We'll go ahead and pull the mixture back a touch so we don't foul up the spark plugs. GTN we can kind of talk about this a little bit more here, but it does have all the it has a lot of the things that you would expect to see. Some of the stuff like weather and actually traffic is now simulated too. There's some stuff that's not simulated right now that will be simulated later. I don't know the full details of all of that. I'll let Aerobask make that announcement once they're closer to release of this thing. But it does have a lot of the important stuff. Like if I wanted to go through and do all the checklists, we could certainly do that. We could do that on the big display up here too. Utilities, checklists, Addons master. Like we could go through and be like, all right, yep. We did all that. Yep. ELT is armed. Where's the ELT at? Okay, ELT is armed. Good enough. And, oops, checklist menu. Pre-flight engine start. We already did that. Fuel selector. Well, we're on the right fuel, but whatever. Annunciator's good. Beacon light on. Mixture's good. Propeller. Throttle. Start key. Prop area. Ignition. Oil pressure. Okay. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, we could do all this stuff if we wanted to. I'm not going to do that stuff. I'm going to go ahead and program the FMC here. So let's look at the warning. Dismiss that for now. Actually, that'll go away here in a second once we finish the plane up. Okay, so avionics master, pitot heats, autopilot, ANC, auxiliary. Or no, auxiliary off. That's the ground power. That goes away now. Okay, perfect. All right, so let's do the map and the flight plan. We're going to start with, we're at KLCI. We're going to make our way up to KHIE. We're not going to stop there, but that's where we're going to start. And then we're going to make our way down to KBOS. So we're going to do a little scenic tour here. Check out some of the photo reel up in New Hampshire. And then make our way back down and go to Boston. All right, so let's do map. I like map on top and terrain on the bottom. Just to kind of give me an idea what's going on. Okay, so Laconia weather. Laconia, by the way, is a beautiful airport up in central New Hampshire. There's no good scenery out there for it though, so we've just got the flat Lego brick stuff going on right now, and that kind of bums me out a little bit. Stealth Bob, good to see you, man. Checklist, I know what's going on. So yeah, so Aerobask is saying there's likely going to be a coupon for the first month, with the price and the coupon value not yet decided. So it'll be a paid upgrade for those that currently own the Panthera. Let's see here. Winds are not reporting. 10 mile visibility, clear skies. We know that much. Altimeter's 3017. Oops. Nope. 3017. We don't know what the winds are. I guess we'll... It looks like the winds are calm. Are there any windsocks out here? The windsocks look dead, so what we will do is we'll just take off over here. We'll take off towards Lake Winnipesaukee. All right. So the autopilot is one thing that's very strange in this. On the PFD here, or on the main dyno display, we go to autopilot. We're going to set our roll mode to heading, and then our pitch mode to vertical speed. And we'll set that initially for 1,000 feet. We'll come back here at some point and set this to IAS. And that's, I mentioned Aerobask, that's kind of a goofy thing, and hopefully they'll probably do something. We have a Phantom TCAS, which I think is me. Alright, good there. Flaps 15. Bring our way out here, head out to the runway, and skedaddle. Oh, Bob, you're there. You got different scenery. Aha. Okay, I got you. For some reason, this is a problem. Hang on. That aileron is stuck open, and that one is not. That is likely going to cause us some issues as we take off here. Is that actually what it says in the data inputs? No. Okay, that seems to be a bug then. We'll report that one. Beta products. Sometimes they got problems. I have the autopilot engaged instead of flight director only. Oh, do I? I do, you're right.
Autopilot disconnect.
Yeah, the autopilot is causing me a little bit of grief. I've had to get used to, like, you have to manipulate the autopilot using the dynon display here, and it may or may not be the most intuitive thing in the world. But that seems to be a drawing issue on the left side there. Oh, I had the autopilot engaged. Ah! That's what it was. Okay, I had the autopilot engaged and it was trying to make the plane turn. Interesting. That's what we... See, that's what we got you here, Lionel. Thanks, man. That would have been awfully inconvenient when I got in the air. Alright, we'll come up here and do a run-up. Just so we can feel better about our GA-ness. Crank her around. Close that right there. Pull the park brake. We will go mixture full, prop full. And the RPM's up here. 2300 sounds good, right? Yep. Okay, 2287 or so. We should observe a drop, which we did. We observed a drop there. Oop, nope, nope, off. What did we do wrong there? Drop. Drop. Okay. Cycle the props. Sure, that's a run-up, right? That's what we're supposed to do. Fuel pump on. Where's it at? Why didn't it do it? Make the noise! I see the alert there, Mr. Wang. I just didn't hear the noise yet. Well, I don't know what just happened with the alert. Left, right. Oh, right, both, left, both. Yeah, I know. We get as close as possible. We're not aiming for perfection. Jay Wang, I don't know why the alert didn't just do the alert things. It didn't do it over there, and it didn't do it on my other machine. So, Jay Wang, thank you very much for your continued support. Wish I had the day off today. Sitting in my office watching you fly is the next best thing. Godspeed, my friend. Thank you very much for your support, man. Cheers. Your continued support, that is. All right. Let's get out of here. Let's skedaddle. Landing lights, strobe lights. Clear to the right. Clear to the left. We are VFR. We're going to plan for 7,500 feet. And actually, I want to check on my speeds. Just pop on the runway out here and I'll hold for a second. Elevator trim, we should probably set that too, shouldn't we? Where is my elevator trim? Did it show up on here? Elevator trim I'm not seeing, and that could be a problem. Oh, it's down. Oh yeah, trim is down here. Right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's a big problem. Looking at the trim indicator, push that sucker down, all because I'm an idiot and turn the autopilot on. Okay, we'll go slightly nose up there. Okay, so I want speeds real quick. So we'll go to menu. No, sorry, we'll go back here. And we'll go down to utilities, checklists, and then menu, references, V-speeds. We're going to rotate at 60. We're going to climb out at 105. Rotate at 60, climb out at 105. About 1,500 feet per minute is what that'll get us. And we're good there. Flaps up by 110 knots. Okay. Lights. Camera, action. Let's go. Yeah, this is not dangerous at all. Uh-huh. Whatever. There's our rotation speed. Come on. Come on. Positive rate. Alright, so we're going to make a left turn here over Winnipesaukee. Get the nose down here, pick up some speed. Pull the flaps in. Our goal is to head north over the mountains here, shoot for about 105 knots in this climb up to 7,500 feet. Here we go. Change our roll mode to heading. Our pitch mode to IAS. Sync up our heading. That'll give us a nice little flight director there. And after takeoff, gears up, lights are out, flaps are in. We can turn the fuel pump off now. Turn that volume down a touch too. Thank you. Let's get you back onto terrain. Could drop TCAS on there as well if we wanted to. Pull the props back now. 2,500 RPMs. And we'll pull back to 25 on the manifold pressure. Give our engine a little break here. Up we go. I'm gonna go ahead and crank on the autopilot so we can look out the window. We're basically gonna head north here, go see some mountains. This lake, by the way, Winnipesaukee, is super impressive. It is humongous. Like, New Hampshire is awesome. It's so beautiful up in this part of the state. And hopefully some of this photo will do us justice as we get a little further up here. A little bit of a weather change there. 18 knot headwind right now. Ah. I don't know why the alert didn't work, Mr. Wang. I'm going to hit the repeat button here, see if it does it again. Is it going to go?
Retard.
There it goes.
Retard. Retard.
I got it here, but I didn't get it over here. Let's refresh it. Hopefully the next one shows up. All right. What are we looking at here? Sidetek's good to see you, man. Welcome aboard. Crazy Diamond, welcome aboard. Silent Shadow, welcome aboard. Mark, welcome aboard. X-Plane 10 because I choose to still be an X-Plane 10. I'm giving X-Plane 11 some more time in the kitty. Honestly, there aren't that many differences between 10 and 11 right now. If we can have a moment of truth. Still an issue with the train of the GTN 650. It won't work until you reload XP. Oh, all right. Well, that's fine. We'll put this on traffic then. Be able to see Bob here behind us, or below us. Pew Squirrel Aviation from Puerto Rico but living in Texas. Nice, dude. Welcome aboard, sir. Happy Monday. Yeah, I heard the notice, didn't see the message. I think their website might have had some issues just now. I just reset it over on the streaming box, and hopefully that kicks it into gear here.
Retard.
There it goes.
Retard.
SimPilot 205.
Retard.
Keep up the good work. Love the streams. Cheers, my friend, and thank you very much for your continued support. 2 months. Now it works. Click on traffic if you want to. I can. Oh, look at that. Doesn't tell me the tail number, unknown category. Interesting.
Approaching altitude.
Supposed to be ground speed though. That's cool. Is that me though? Like, is Bob actually that close to me? He's close, but no, maybe he is that close to me. I don't know. That says he's above me or below me. Yeah, below me and trending upwards. He back there somewhere. All right, 500 to go. K Smith PE, good to see you, man. Is Keith actually in here? Oh, I didn't see Keith. Never mind. I don't think Keith said. Oh, there he is. Welcome aboard, Keith. So good to see you. Happy Monday, sir. KH Steam, welcome aboard. Burnt Electric Watt, welcome aboard. Paul the Brit, good to see you. TNT Zombies in the house. So is Mr. Peter Gray. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you guys all for coming out. Sim Captain, welcome aboard. Maurice, good to see you. Small spelling mistake on the TCAS. Oh, Airbone. Captain Keelhauler says, have a beer. Cheers, my friend. Thank you very much for the support, sir. Mind you, this is a beta version, guys. Thank you, and I want to thank big thanks to Aerobask for giving me access to this and allowing me to stream this thing today. Let's go ahead and pop our props back. We're gonna go for 2,300 on the props. Keep the manifold pressure at 25. I'm gonna go ahead now, lean the mixture out here. We should have done this in a climb out, but I'm a bad person and didn't. There's peak, so we'll go rich at peak. That's gonna be right about there as rich at peak. Perfect. Oh. Okay. I mean, we can fly in the clouds, I guess. I was kind of hoping to do some, VFR stuff here. Maybe we'll descend. Head back down like 5,500 feet, perhaps. Let's try 6,500 for now, because I don't want to. I'd like to not be in the clouds today. 6,500 vertical speed. Actually, we'll just do pitch mode here. Back. Autopilot.
Retard.
Pitch. Take it off alt hold. We'll just pitch her down a little bit here. Get some speed on our way down.
Altitude.
Sorcerer Dave! This ain't no PMDG, says Dave. Dave, welcome aboard, man. Cheers, my friend. Thank you for your continued support, sir. Sorcerer Dave is getting a sub button of his own very soon. We can't wait for that. I think Dave is going to be my last subscription for a while. So, clouds. I didn't want clouds today. I wanted to see the mountains, but this may not work for us. Because these mountains are about 5,500 feet. I suppose we could go down to 5,500. Do some illegal flying here in the PilotEdge. Yeah, dude, this part of the country. 2B9, he says. How close are we going to be to 2B9? Oops, speed. May actually just have to turn around and head towards Boston, because this is not cool. All right, guys. Well, change of plans. I can either make it Kavik, or I can turn around and head to Boston. Or I can just turn. I could just say, you know what? Let's just do that. Let's go Kavik. Should clear it up here for us. Turn it off. We can turn it off until we get through the mountains.
Approaching altitude.
Let's do that. Let's go back to 7,500. 7,500. Climb real slowly in pitch mode here. Completely legit flying. That's what we're doing.
Approaching altitude.
Oh, we got plenty of clearance here. No big deal. Plenty of clearance. X Enviro off. Just turn it off for now. We'll come back to that soon. So what do we got here? Is this the notch? Franconian notch off to our left. Yeah, there's a highway. There's a highway right there that runs through a notch. It's 45 mile an hour the whole way. I got pulled over on it once because I was definitely not doing 45.
Retard.
But it like snakes its way through that mountainside. Oh my god, it's just gorgeous. The old man on the mountain used to be up in this area, and then he fell. In Riddle, back for 3 months. Thank you very much for your support, Mr. Riddle. Or Riddell, probably. Cheers, my friend. Happy Monday. Terrain. W28, good to see, man. G-Master, welcome aboard. Happy Monday, guys. Yeah, the bases weren't far below, but I was a little... Well, I'll turn it on once we crank ourselves back around. I was just a little concerned about clearance on these mountains here. Because, like, Mount Washington's 5,500 feet. And that's what we're going to go fly around over here on the right. And we'll crank the weather back on the way, on our way back. I got to convince somebody to fly me up here in the real world, though. Because I think this area would be stunning to see. It's just little ski resorts. So good. So good. Flying in the hills is definitely not recommended, I know. Has there been any choppiness yet on the video, guys? Like, has it done the thing that it's been doing frequently? Or is it now seem to have fixed itself? I think Max is going to be my best candidate. Keith, there's definitely no way I'd fit in your airplane. When we're at Flight SimCon, I got to come and at least try to sit in the thing just to see how bad the clearance would be for me. Alright. This looks good to me. Still got the winds going. Over here is going to be Mount Washington. They claim to have the worst weather on the planet. Worst weather on the planet or the worst weather in the US? One or the other. Could be a little of both. That's what we're looking for, though. There's an observatory on the top of Mount Washington, and there's actually a train. There's a road that goes up, and there's a train that goes up. And they're both pretty cool. Terrifying, but awesome. Flight SciTech, we are heading up. First of all, we're heading up to Mount Washington in New Hampshire, and then we're going to fly VFR down to Boston. We'll just head down the coastline here. Or head over to the coast, I should say, and then head down. But initially, we are VFR heading up in the mountains in New Hampshire. Because I built all this photo reel that I haven't had a chance to actually look at it and kind of see how it is up here. I don't know if there's a waypoint up here or not on the top of the mountain. I'm also guessing that it's very much frowned upon to fly this low over these mountains. But hey, whatever. We're at a sim. Who cares? What do I use for flight plan? I use SimBrief. They've cracked 200-mile-per-hour winds there. Yeah, they have. There's, oh man. Mount Washington Twitter. Let me see if I... Mount Washington Observatory? Are they on Twitter? Yeah. Let me see if I can find one of these pictures. Because they've had some pretty awful weather up there over the last few weeks. And yeah, there was some rime icing on one of the observatory towers. just a little bit of icing. I think that was a couple weeks ago during one of the blizzards. There's another one. Freezing fog. Like, it's horrendous weather up there. Even in the middle of summer. Even in the middle of summer, it could be 75, 80 degrees down on the ground. It's going to be 55 up at the top of the mountain there. Like, it's kind of, I don't know why it's so bad, but like on a clear day from the top of the mountain, you can see all the way out to the ocean. Actually, when you're flying out of Boston on a clear day, you can sometimes see all the way to Mount Washington, which is pretty bonkers. What do we got here? Mount Washington off our. That's it right there, I believe. Yep, you can see the train. So let's see if we can get a METAR reading there, so we don't get ourselves completely screwed here. 3021. Because even though X Enviro is off, I think it's still got the right METAR loaded. Okay. So at the base of the mountain right down here, there's a choo-choo train. It's a cog rail. Like, it basically has a gear that grinds itself up that goes to the top of the mountain. And it runs along the side, like past this ravine and whatnot. I think it's about an hour and a half up and about an hour and a half back. I'm terrified of heights, and this thing was absolutely bonkers. Like, it was crazy going up there. Is that where the train? Yeah, that's the train right there. So the train leaves from that spot right there. It heads up this path. It stops here halfway to refill itself in water. "90 minutes up." I mean, so yeah, it actually, with the way they come down, it takes as long to come back down as it does to go up. Like, it is. You'd think it would be super fast, and thankfully it's not. But I guess, like, when they were building the train, when they were building the tracks and whatnot, there were people that fashioned, like, carts to go down, and people made it down in just a few minutes. Like, they would go down as fast as possible in those carts, and then they had, like, handbrakes that they would pull. And when I say carts, they're basically like pieces of wood attached to train wheels. Guys that had much larger sets of kahunas than I do, that's for sure. All right, let's see what we got. Okay, this is the highest point in New England. 6288 is the altitude here. And there's it's the presidential range. So you got Washington, and a couple of other, which I wouldn't be able to tell you off the top of my head because I'm a bad person. So on this side, you got the cog rail that goes up there. And on the other side, you got a road. And I don't think you dare fly this in real life. Jay Krause, good to see you, man. We're flying up in New England today. We took off out of Laconia. And I'm going to fly up here around Mount Washington. We're going to head down to Boston. From Boston, then I'm going to fly an IFR plan down to New York. And then we'll do some VFR on New York after that, assuming we got time, which we should. There it is. So there's the observatory, and then there's the road that you can take your car on. And you can get a bumper sticker that says, "This car climbed Mount Washington." You feel kind of bad, though. Like, you get up there on the choo-choo train or in your car, and there's people that have actually hiked the mountain. And they just kind of give you this look like, you're a bastard. Like they're unhappy with the fact that you may have, they're unhappy with the fact that they busted all the, they spent all that energy climbing up there, and you just took a vehicle. But hey, such is life. There's Bob flying directly overhead. I'm not sure what Bob is in. We're probably not going as fast as we are. Tyler's coming out here. Oh, Bob's in the Epic. He's got speed. He's got speed on his side. Keith says, I suppose there are two different looks. The hikers who knew there was a train and the hikers who didn't. Yes. Yes. I have to imagine that is the case. Let me see here. I might have a couple. I've always got pictures because I take way too damn many pictures. And now that we're heading out, yeah. So the train itself is at an angle to try to like regulate the water flow and all that stuff as it goes up, and like try to keep it as even as possible. Same thing with the car that you ride in, because they try to make you feel like you're not constantly in the back of your seat. The seats themselves, they flip back and forth, so that your back is always in a position where basically as you go up, the backs are behind you, so that you're laying into them, and you basically are going towards. And the same thing when you're going down, they flip the backs back. My sightseeing tour of the day. Let's see here. There's a terrifying shot. This thing doesn't look like it. Like, it looks so freaking rickety. And then my other terrifying shot, where at this point I was sweaty palms. Like, what am I doing with my life right now? Like, no. Even though I know, like, I could walk out there and it wouldn't be a problem. Yeah. It's pretty cool. It was awesome. Highly recommend it. If you're up in New England, like that's one of those must do sort of things. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn X Enviro back on. It's gonna bring some weather in. Got some fog down here. So far, not too many clouds. We'll see what she decides to draw in here in a moment. Tailwind, a little bit bump out here, not too bad. I think we good. All right, so we're gonna make our way. I should use VFR points and all that stuff, but I really don't care. We're gonna pop you up. Insert waypoint. We're gonna go KPSM. P's, Portsmouth International P's. Let's go direct to that waypoint right now. So we'll head to Portsmouth next. And then make our way down to Boston. That's a cute hill. Trust me, it feels a lot bigger when you're up on that little choo-choo train. It scared the crap out of me. Does the train? Did you see the train mode works? I guess we should have done it back there, shouldn't we? I thought you said I had to restart X-Plane for the train mode to work. Well, there is a train mode, and we probably should have used it back there. Sorry, Lionel. We'll get it next time. The seats are nice in the plane. I know, dude. I really dig this plane. And they actually, this is a new beta version for me too, and they've made the sounds a little better since the first few times I flew it. And I really do like the plane. I really do. Like, this thing is fun. It's fast too. Like, it's, you know, we're cruising 206 knots true right now. That's pretty good for a little piston GA. One that's about the size of a Cirrus. And then you got the avionics package, which has the 2 Dynon displays, and then the GTN display here, which I really can't do this thing justice. Like, I don't know enough about using this thing to do it justice, but it does lots of cool things. Lots of cool things. Yeah. All the buttons up here, all the buttons up here do what you'd expect them to. I mean, we're not flying in the PilotEdge network, but if we were, if I hit my mic button, you'll see it go red. If somebody were transmitting, you would see it go, I think, yellow. So it's pretty. Okay, yeah, there we go. The monitor just went red. Somebody keyed up over there for me. And like they're putting, like, Aerobask has put a ton of work into this thing, and it's just it's neat. Like, it's really neat. And I'm not sure when I'm not sure what the expected release date of this is. I think it's getting close. But when we get closer to release date, I'll fly this thing again, and we'll do Aerobask has offered to do a giveaway. We'll give away a copy of this thing, and get everybody, you know, hopefully get some more people in here. All right, hun, we'll see you, man. Poor cat didn't even know how to tune a CTAF for Laconia. Yeah, I may have not tuned the CTAF. I should have done that. Keith, you weren't supposed to notice that. Plane costs $100,000 less than a Cirrus and has a parachute. Nice. Don't tell Max. Jack C, good to see you, man. Sultan, welcome aboard. Happy Monday, guys. Dave, shoot me a message, man. Shoot me a message on Discord and remind me. I'll get you in touch with some folks. I assume they're gonna look for more testers, but what are my favorite general aviation aircraft to fly in X-plane? Oh man, I don't know. That's a tough question. Like, it depends on the mood that I'm in, man. Like, and this is the question whenever somebody asks me my favorite plane. It really truly does depend on the mood that I'm in. Like, I think that this is going to be a plane that I spend a lot of time in because the avionics package is so damn good. I've used this Skyview system quite extensively. I know it pretty well at this point, and I'm very comfortable with manipulating it and very comfortable with working through it. So I see myself in this plane quite a bit moving forward. The Airfoil 172 is a really good Cessna if that's what you're looking for. The default 172 in X-Plane 11 is pretty good, from what I understand. The Beechcraft Baron with the Reality Expansion Pack is pretty good. Like, any of the Reality Expansion Packs planes are good. The Centaurian 210, the V35, the A36, A33, I think, something like that, and then the Baron 58. But honestly, like, this I think is going to be the plane for like. I don't know how this does, you know, I don't know how this does in terms of realism and all that stuff. So I can't, you know, I can't speak to flight dynamics and kind of how a plane flies the same way that Rush or some of those other guys would. But for me, this is going to be a joy for me to fly because it's fast. It's got a good avionics package, and for FS economy, it'll hold 3 people. So I can make some cash off of it. So I definitely see myself putting some time into this thing. And I already have. I mean, I've already done probably a half dozen, 10 or so flights in this sucker. Legacy 2039, good to see you, man. You asked the question. Oh, yeah, right. Well, welcome aboard. Rob Murphy Hutch, welcome aboard. Flight is pretty cool once you figure it out. Getting used to it's very cool. How you can watch your flight on it. Yeah, no kidding, man. I mean, I got it punched in. That's kind of what I'm definitely operating slant 4 flight right now. So this is what I got down here in front of me. If you see me look down, that's what it is. Should I hop on PE, fly the Viper jet right now? If you want to, man, you can come on here and fly with us. it's sort of a no rules situation out here in PilotEdge. Just don't be an idiot. I mean, we should be making, you know, CTAP calls and all that stuff, which I suppose we can do if there's enough people once I get down to Boston. But yeah, come on out and join us. Beach had $10 off. Sound pack is another 20. Interesting. I'm not sure what product that is, W28. Panthera had a lot of people excited in the real world, or has a lot of people excited. Yeah, it seems like a really solid plane. Like, I've done as I've gotten into it with Aerobask. Not gotten into it with Aerobask, but as I've started reading up as a result of Aerobask putting this update out, I've been doing a lot of, you know, research on performance numbers and kind of, you know, what does it compare to in terms of FS economy and whatnot. What similar planes can I use? And it looks like a really damn like what are the disadvantages to this plane? Because it doesn't really seem like there are any. Like, as a whole, it seems pretty good. Pretty good. So we're going to make a little slight right turn here. We're going to drop ourselves to 6,500 feet. Because now we're sort of heading south and east. So we'll come down to back, autopilot mode, pitch, turn off alt hold. I'm just going to use pitch mode here to pitch her down a touch.
Approaching altitude.
Head down a little faster than that. Pop the mixture in just a touch. Pull the throttle back a little bit here. Make our way down. How long before descent? We're flying VFR, man. So we got, let's see here. If I go direct to Boston. Delete you. Delete you. We got about 20 minutes until we're on the ground in Boston. I'm gonna do a little VFR tour around the city of Boston though before we call it quits. So we'll probably be on the ground about 20-25 minutes. This is definitely not going to be your traditional flight. I love the music on the Panthera and the GPS computer. Does the music work? I don't know if we can get the music now. Somebody can tell me if the music works or not. What's the route for Boston to Teterboro? I don't know yet, Tim Rodeo. I haven't put one together. I'll put one together once we're on the ground. Gizmados, good to see you, man. Welcome aboard. I'm on X-Plane 10 right now. Hard to get a force that can go this fast without ridiculous fuel burn. Somewhat of a unicorn. Let's see. 25 on the manifold pressure. Pop the mixture back. There's peak. We'll go just rich of peak. What are we showing right now anyway? 19.6 gallons an hour. I don't know how accurate that is. But that's what we're doing. Got Bob here behind us. We got Fly SciTech coming up as well. So there's Bob. There's SciTech. Stephosaurus, welcome aboard. Good to see you. Snoopy the pilot, welcome aboard. Gabber the potato, welcome aboard. Tim Rodeo, it's good to see you, man. Big Ryan's in the house. Happy Monday. Welcome aboard. Farmer Medic, happy Monday to you. Good afternoon, sir. Nurgle, welcome aboard. That is quite the pig. I know, dude. This livery's so cool. All the liveries have the name Panther in them, and then this one's the Pink Panther, and I'm like, that's just perfect. Like, that's absolutely perfect. It's good stuff. Anyway, we're not too far. We're not too far from Massachusetts. So about 24 miles to Portsmouth, 43 miles to Boston. So we'll be down once we get to Portsmouth. once we get to Portsmouth, we're going to start descending. We're going to aim for... Let's see here. Once we cross Portsmouth, we'll descend to 3,000 feet, and we'll keep 3,000 feet till we get a little closer to Boston. Once we get inside the Boston Bravo area, we're going to drop down to 1,000 feet, and we'll do our laps over Boston between 1,000 and 1,200 feet. I think that's what the altitude is for the city tour there.
Descend. Descend.
I don't want to descend. I want to stay right here. Pink Panther Panthera's killing it. Yeah, no kidding. Oh, Gopher says the kids are in bed for now. Well, time to kick back and enjoy the stream, I guess. Papa Whiskey Mike, good to see you, man. Spitty3, welcome aboard. Happy Monday, guys. Just 10 even tried it on. Try to use that program, work on my system. Not sure what you guys are talking about there, but we'll go with it. If you've never been to this part of the country, it's just a lot of trees. Ooh, that's a cloud. What is the weather over Portsmouth? Should I get down? Scattered 6,000. All right, well, we'll head down a little bit, I guess. Go down 3,000 feet. Go back. Autopilot. Pitch. Hold off. Take her down. Or not to be flying in a cloud right now. Smile Complicated, welcome aboard, man. It's good plane. I really like it. Good plane. Gavin the Potato says he just wants to say he loves being on the stream. Welcome aboard, man. It's good to have you here. Always a pleasure. Camro, welcome aboard, sir. Happy Monday, my friend. How are you doing today? I know we're not like we're like pseudo VFR right now is what we'll call it. Oh, we forgot. Crap, we gotta change fuel tanks. Yeah, about that. 15-gallon fuel imbalance. Oops. Or no. 11-gallon fuel imbalance. My oil temperature is dropping though. That's probably bad, right? The nose up. I'm not sure what happens when your oil temperature drops. If that's bad. I assume that's bad. Otherwise, it wouldn't say yellow. Smarter people than me can figure that one out. Anyway, 3,000 feet. Cruise over one of my old stomping grounds here. I lived. Let's see. There's a great bay right there. I lived right here in this little town called Dover. Dover, New Hampshire. Along this river. Is that Dover? That has to be Dover. Yeah. Not sure exactly where at. Right here, I want to say. It was just off downtown. It was over here, though. Oh, you know what? It was over here. Yeah, my apartment was like right there, I think. Anyway. Catstrator things, I guess. I don't know. So we're doing VFR down to Boston. Once we get to Boston, we're going to fly on. We're going to do an IFR flight, or plan an IFR flight, I should say, down to Teterboro. And then from Teterboro, we're going to do another VFR flight through the Hudson corridor, and then make our way out to the end of Long Island. I'm rather excited about it. Yeah, so this is version 3 of this plane, the Pipistrel Panthera by Aerobask. It's in beta testing right now. Yo-Yo ZBE in the channel is one of the developers who's been working on the beautiful displays that we have here. I'm probably not going to do justice of selling this plane, but that's actually not really my job. My job is to fly it and gush over it and show you guys. Yeah, it's good stuff. Let's see here, top of this delta, 2600, so we're good there. All right, so you got Great Bay, the Little Bay. Here's Portsmouth, New Hampshire. And we're gonna have Pease Air Force Base right here in front of us, or Pease, what is it called now? Pease International, Portsmouth International Pease is what they call it now. They fly these big refueling tankers out of here, though. Like humongous airplanes they fly in and out of this airport. And the autogen is all borked up here. The runway's massive, though. Like, absolutely huge runway. John, if you're in here, man, this is where we did that touch and go. And full pressure back up to 25. I don't know if these are actually the performance numbers we should be following, but they seem logical. So that's kind of what we're going to go with. I already have a fuel imbalance I got to deal with going into Boston. But that's okay. Does it have all the procedures? Yes. The Skyview does have procedures, so we can come to Boston, say go direct to Boston, and into Boston we could load an arrival. So we could pick any of the VORs, any of the ILSs, load that in, pick a star off of that, so on and so forth. Same thing with departure procedures. They're all in there. It models them quite well. It's the same Skyview that's operating in the E1000 and the Epic Victory. So if you saw me flying the Epic Victory a few weeks ago, it's the same unit there. So there's Portsmouth. I used to live down there as well. That's an awesome town, by the way. Portsmouth is absolutely incredible. There's a lot of stuff going on there. It's a neat, just awesome, great food, great beer, a bunch of breweries and stuff. Just beautiful, beautiful city. I love this part of the country, though. Like New Hampshire, like southeastern New Hampshire is, I'd go back there in a heartbeat if I could. Golf course, John. A couple golf courses here. There's going to be one here. And another one up in this area. Breakfast Hill. There's actually one here right by the airport. It's fun to play the one by the airport because you see the big planes come in. They come in super low here sometimes, too. Or they take off and they're super low. Virtual Pilot 9, or Virtual Pilot 320, good to see you, man. Happy Monday, sir, and welcome aboard. Caught us live for the first time. Nice, dude. Cirrus Max, welcome aboard, Max. Good to see you, buddy. Welcome aboard and happy Monday. Yes, there is a Portsmouth in the UK. One thing about New England is that they have stolen all of their names from New England, or from England. Here's another golf course. Sagamore. This is a fun course. Yes, New England has stolen all of their names from England, and yeah, just kind of get used to it. That's actually now no longer a grass strip. That's now a real bona fide, like, paved airport. Northampton, or Hampton, I think it is. Hampton? Hampton. There was a grass strip up until like a year or two ago, and they paved it. Now we're flying down to my neck of the woods. How are the checklists? They're there. You can do checklist things. So we kind of talked about these a little bit at the beginning, but if I go back, down, utilities, down, and checklists, right now we have just our normal speeds up. So flaps 110. Here. What is our approach speed? Final approach speed, full flaps is 80 knots. Keep that in mind. We can go group, normal checklists, checklist, engine start, pre-flight, after engine start. I don't know how to go down here. I think I should be able to go down there. Oh yeah, I should be able to go down. It's not. We'll let them know about that. But all the checklists are here. They do checklist things. You can check them off. Once they're all check locked, you can go to the next one. They seem to be pretty well. I don't really use checklists, so, there's that. pull. We don't need terrain right now. Let's pull up traffic here. So we get a little TCAS alert next to us. That's somebody right below me. Right behind me. Where are they at? There's one there. Oh, yeah. Got two of them. They're following me. They found us! Rudy is, I'm good to see you, man. Vision Bite, welcome aboard, guys. Happy Monday. Is there Coke in the rear seat? Yeah, there is. It's, that looks like a very French can of Coke. That's all I have to say. Checklist, we like flows. That's right. X-Plane Junkie, good to see you, man. Sky Surfer 2, welcome aboard. And just to turn up the volume. Yeah, I can turn the volume up a little bit. We're heading out to Boston right now, so we are just north of the city, coming into the Class Bravo here. So I'm actually going to dip down to 2,000 feet now. Actually, we're going to do 27. We're going to do 2,700 feet. So we're going to dip ourselves below the Bravo, but we're going to be above the Delta of Beverly. Actually, you know what? We'd have to. If we were doing this in. Okay. I thought it was going to crash on me. If we were doing this in the real world, we'd have to dip down to 2,200 and probably, not 200, but 2,200, 2,000, and probably transition the Beverly Delta here. So we'll just pretend that that's what we're going to do. Make our way in. Here comes the chop. So let's see here. Boston, 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 Boston. Boston weather when it decides to come up. Winds 300 at 12, 10-mile visibility. Few clouds, 5,500. Okay, altimeter is 3015. 3015. So we're going to do a couple laps of the city of Boston. Check out the scenery by Mr. X. We'll land at Boston, and then we'll plan our flight to... We will plan our flight out to Teterboro. Oh, we get to use the short runway today. All right, that'll be fun. Nobody uses the short runway. I'm on PilotEdge right now. So I'm logged into PilotEdge. We're flying outside of the network. Yo-Yo ZB. All right, there's 2,000 feet. Get our speed back up to 200. I am going to come over, open this up. Let's go to back. Tools? No. Map. Map menu. Items. Fixes. Turn the fixes off. It gives me a lot less things to look at. A lot fewer things to look at. That would be the word to say. We can start to see the city of Boston up there in the distance, though. How cool is that? Once we overfly Beverly. Is that Beverly? There's Beverly. Once we're abeam Beverly, we'll make ourselves down to 1,200 feet. This 1,200 is pretty much, if you were to do the city tour in the real world, I believe it's 1,200 that they would have you at, or like 1,300 or less, or something along those lines. That would be one of these days, be my home airport. Neat little airfield. Not a lot going on there. That's okay, though. It's quiet. And my hometown is in this area up here. Broad strokes for circling. All right, let's go to hold off. Bring ourselves down here. We'll pull the power back a little bit. Make our way down to 1200 now. Beverly Hills in Massachusetts. I thought it was in California's. You know, close enough. Oh yeah, dude. I think the busts are. I imagine the busts have to be real around here. Because I mean, you've got a 2,600 foot Delta shelf out of Beverly, and if you go south, you immediately run into a 2,000 foot Bravo shelf. But even above Beverly, like we're only above a 3,000 foot shelf right now. So yeah, it's got to be pretty crazy. And if we were doing this in the real world right now, I don't think we'd be allowed to come in. I think we'd have to come in from the west. Like I don't think they would allow us to come in from the north here, just because they with the way the winds are, they've got to be landing. Well, actually, they might be landing 2.7 today, so they might still be okay. Chance that go-around traffic would run into you though, and that would be bad. All right, here we go. Where can you buy this plane? Right now, this plane is not on sale. You can buy version 2 of this plane on the xplane.org store. This particular version of the plane, though, will go on sale soon. It's in beta right now, doing some final testing, I have to assume, to try to get it out the door here, and we'll be able to have it soon enough. Meeper95, good to see you, man. CyberXZT, welcome aboard, sir. Good, happy Monday to you guys. We're just coming up on the city of Boston here. Check out Mr. X's Boston. And then we'll land over at Logan. And then plan our flight down to New York. Which may or may not be more exciting. I'm not really sure. Pilot Brennan, man, it is good. It is definitely a looker of a plane. Let me change this terrain now. Do we have terrain? Train's not working right now. I think Lionel said I had to reload X-Plane for the train to work. Extreme resolution. Starting to get a little bit of a dip in the frame right here as we get close to the city. Foos1V, good to see you, man. Welcome aboard. Good to see you, sir. Hey, we got a few guys behind us. Got Bob and Tyler. I saw a Viper jet that was coming out here, too, on the map. Or, we had Bob. Bob's gone now. Bob, did your sim crash? Let's go pull the speed back a little bit here. So what we're going to do is we should aim for Fenway Park here. We'll come in on the west side of Cambridge, west of the Tobin. You have the Tobin Bridge, the Zakim Bridge, so that's a toll road. They fleece us coming into the city from the north. There's no toll roads in the south. That's the Prudential, so right here is going to be Fenway. We'll come in right over Cambridge. Pretty rare scenery here if you guys haven't seen it by Mr. X. It's very, very, very cool stuff. I kind of wish I could turn the shadows off, though, that he's put out there because they look a little janky. All right, Max, take it easy, man. Have a good one, sir. Foos1V, we're doing the VFR flight here into Boston. Next flight will be an IFR flight to Teterboro, and then from there we're going to do some VFR around New York. We'll fly the Hudson Corridor, and we'll go from there. So we've got MIT down here. The Charles. Fenway Park. Boston's a really cool city. Just saying. Can do, Silent Shadow. Farmer Medic says, last time I saw you, you made the 777 swim. Well, maybe it won't be quite that interesting this time. Hawkfish, good to see you, man. Ray River says he's still here, nothing else to do. Perfect, man. Start banking ourselves around here. Ah. All right. My airplane, sir. Enough of this crap.
Autopilot disconnect.
So we'll do a thing they almost certainly will not let you do. Cross runways here at Logan in the air. But whatever, we're in a simulator. It don't matter. I did a similar flight to this in one of my vlogs once. We talked about Flight SimCon last year. Boston proper, by the way, is not a very big city. It's actually kind of tiny. Okay, so we're going to line ourselves up for 3-3 right.
Come on. Come on.
I want to climb. Where's he at? One next to me. There he is. A little buzzing, you know, no big deal. Okay. One way down there. Line this sucker up. 3. That's a beam base. Or beam. Let's go base. One notch flaps. Here.
Fear of conflict.
You would never do this, ever. But we're going to do it anyway. What did I say the approach speed was, like 80 knots? Oh, God. All right, well, whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna go with about 80 knots. Okay, gear down. Where's the indicator at? Gear down 3 green, flaps. Lights. Runway's clear, insight. This is pretty sloppy. I have actually seen planes use this runway before, which is kind of amazing. A lot of Cape Air guys will use this. Little 2-engine Cessnas that fly into Boston a lot. 12 knot breeze, a little windy. Move our seat up a touch here so we can see out.
Approaching
Can't
altitude.
actually see the airfield. There we go. Feel like we're high. Oh yeah, we definitely were high. That's cool though. Gotta get this thing down. There's not a lot of runway to work with here. Mixture back. Cross the active runway here. Clear right, clear left. Flaps in. Hey, we made it. Maybe not the cleanest approach, but... Alright, good there. Make our way off. Grandma's definitely taking a dive once we got in here. Should still be above 30, but it's going to be, or above 20, but it's going to be pushing a little bit. Cross to Bravo. Oops. This plane's ground handling, trying to kill me here. Somebody else on the ground over there. And he's gone. Yeah, it was 777 I put in the water. It was the other end of this taxiway, too. Like, behind us. There was someone landing on the active runway you just crossed. Oops. It happens. We've done worse things, trust me. We've done far worse things before. Alright. Head on over yonder. It'll be a long taxi to get back to the active runway here. Thank you, Ray River. The landing itself was okay. It was the kind of the end of the approach there where it was a little sketchy. Some amazing popcorn at the signature FBO, says John Fly. Most expensive bag of popcorn John's ever had. That's okay, though. 16-knot headwind here. Got to keep this airspeed up to try to get any speed whatsoever. Only 18 over the ground. We're just kind of chugging along. Oops, that's not the outside view. Wrong plane there, Ty. It's a good-looking plane. Really is. This plane, this is going to be a big one when it comes out, guys. I'll come out and say it now. Val Dudes! Good to see you, Val Dudes. Welcome aboard, sir. Happy Monday. Monday stream indeed. It's President's Day. I got the day off. This is a Val Dudes plane right here. He's going to be putting some time in this, I bet. It's fast. It looks cool. It reminds me of a diamond. Yeah, it is very similar to a diamond. Actually, I'd love it if they go back and update their Diamond 42 with this avionics package, but I have a feeling that won't happen because that would not be maybe super realistic. Pop ourselves in here. Park next to this Cessna.
Retard.
Val Dudes in it to win it, not just hitting it and quitting it. Val Dudes, thank you very much for your continued support. Cheers, my friend. Welcome back to the Beer of the Month Club. Appreciate it, man. Pop in here next to 838 Charlie Delta. Go ahead and pull the throttle back. Pull the parking brake out, I should say. Feather the prop. Lean out the mixture. Off she goes. Goes off. Go, you. Open her up. Next GPU for the time being. We're gonna let this thing run for a little bit here while we kind of do our thing. There's two children in the back. Does that mean, does it dynamically load the passengers? Oh, it does. Ooh, why is that guy naked? Oh, that's just his shirt. Interesting. So it dynamically loads in the passengers depending on what you've got. I can either have striped girl or nothing in the front. That's kind of cool. I mean, it's, you know, creepy and cool at the same time. No, open. Okay. All right, guys, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to take a little break. I'm going to go use a potty, get some more water. We will be heading down to Teterboro next. Go see some New York action. And, yeah, it'll be probably about another 45-minute, hour-long flight for us to get down there. And we'll go from there. So if you guys are taking off, thank you very much for joining me. If you're sticking around, we'll see you here in just a couple minutes. We'll be right back. It's family day here in Canada. You guys got to have the day off too, just like us.
Can you dig it?
Okay. Let's do some super awesome flight planning now. So I'm going to go to FlightAware. I'd usually use Simbri for something for this, but I'm going to go to FlightAware instead. Because this is like kind of a private route, I guess. So let's look between Boston and Teterboro and see what routes exist. Learjet or a Beechcraft 400. I don't even know what a Beechcraft 400 is. That's also a jet.
Retard, retard, retard.
Boston. Mark Drack. Thank you very much for 2 months, man. Cheers, my friend. Appreciate the support. What am I looking for here? Okay, so we need to find a route. There's preferred routes between Boston and Teterboro. KBOS, KTEB. Just don't know where they're at. Preferred routes database probably going to be here. KBOS, KTEB. Doesn't tell me anything. Maybe there aren't preferred routes then. That should work, right? If I did KBOS KLGA, that would tell me something. No, it wouldn't tell me anything. I don't know how to use this thing. That's what it comes down to. Oh, 3-character center code. No? No K pre. Oh, I see. Boss. Tib. No. Don't know what that means. Don't know what any of that stuff means. Yeah. Well, let's see what Simbrief says then. I know that there's preferred routes between Boston and Teterboro is what it comes down to. And like if we were on VATSIM and we filed the wrong thing, then they would change the thing that we filed. And let's say, see, I don't know that we can get like, I don't know, let's say Saab, right? That's close. Is there anything? Twin Otter, Beaver. Because we're not going to fly the Blazer 3. What that?
Retard, retard, retard.
That's probably what we would fly, to be honest. Let's just do that. Dramatech 300, man. Thank you very much for the support. Welcome to the Beer of the Month Club, sir. Cheers, my friend. Yeah, no kidding. The awkward world of flying without controllers. I did this to myself. That's all right, though. TJ, Blazer. I mean, that's not far off of what we would fly. I don't think we'll actually go to TJ. I think we'll just plan direct Blazer. Because we're taking off kind of the northwest there. So the Blazer is what, like, Blazer is the end of one of the STIDs anyway. That's what we'll just file. That's what we're doing. That's my final answer, sir. I'm sticking to it. Okay. Up you up. Let's program 4-flight real quick. Go to maps. Flight plan. Okay, boss. And then Blazer. Graham. Swallow. J75. 75. 75. Dewey's. Unville. KTEB. It's good to me. Plates. Close you. Edit. Close all of yesterday's flights. The other day's flights. Add. I want, nope, not Monterey. I want to add Boston. Diagram. Teterboro diagram. And then everything else we'll pick up later. Okay, so let's kill the music. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Good to see you guys. All that good stuff. Okay. Those of you guys that stuck around, it's time for the second leg. So things that we got, things to remember this time. Change the fuel. So every few minutes, every 10 minutes or so, we can remember to change the actual fuel lever here. So we don't just pump from one side of the plane and end up with a fuel imbalance. Because that's bad. Turn you up for the aux power because we don't need that anymore. I'm going to go ahead and turn the plane on here before we program it. So prop full, mixture full, fuel pump on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think you'd actually do that, but I mean, I don't know how well this thing simulates it. Crack the throttle. Do that. Andreas 90, good to see you, man. Mark, welcome back. Jonathan Cordova, happy Monday, sir. Meepo 6, welcome aboard. Is Sky Vector free? Sky Vector is free. Jonathan Cordova, thank you for the cheers. Computer heat, APAC on. Down a touch. Up the 2D panel out here. And this is where we get to the part where I love this whole thing. I love this interface, okay? It's so easy to use. KBOS. Laser. RAM. Swallow. Insert airway. J75. Dewey's. Unveil. Teeter roll. Done. That's it. Flight plan's filed. Let's get out of here. Seriously, like it's so easy to use. I've commended Aerobask on this many times because that is just such a damn cool thing. We're heading west, so I'm gonna plan for 8,000 feet on the altitude. I'm not sure if we get 8,000, but that's what we're gonna go for. We might only actually get like 6. We'll leave the sky view mode down here. 105 on the climb, that's fine. And 8,000 feet, good. Let's pull the autopilot. Go to roll heading, great. Pitch mode is gonna go to IAS, great. Okay, good there. Should leave the flaps in for the time being. Pull the mixture back a touch. And let's get out of here. What do you say? Ignition strobe lights, ignition nav lights, good. Park brake unlocked, let's go. Did the JAR A320 last night, did something really strange, never happened to me in the plane before, could not change my vertical speed manually. Would not let me switch to manual mode. Altitude knob kept popping out in zone over again. That's interesting. I've never seen that happen before. I mean, the JAR is known for doing some fairly quirky and... Hey! I forgot that I had a HD CSL for the Viper jet. Thanks, Tyler. That looks pretty good. Definitely have seen the JAR design do some very strange things in the past. That is not one of them, though. Somebody just took off. All sorts of activity here. I'll turn the PilotEdge comms up a little bit too if anybody wants to announce over 2345. I mean, we should use the CTAF frequency and all that stuff, but I'm not. Oh, Tyler's out there doing circuits. That's what it is. Let's see here. Does the terrain map work? No, it doesn't. So we'll figure that out now. I'll have to talk to Lionel about that. He said I had to restart X-Plane for its function. Let's go code 2000. Nice quick taxi going on here. Get the pseudo southwest taxi. Nice tailwind at our back. What's the map? Oh, that's ForeFlight. Sorry, put that away. That's the ground. That was the ground map. ITT modeling messed up in 11. Ah. Well, JAR has a beta version of their planes out, a beta version 3.0 that's specifically intended for X-Plane 11. So you might want to check those out. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to do an intersection departure from 4 right. So we'll make a right turn here. Hop on 4 right, do our run up, and then we'll just do an intersection out of there. Because there's no reason for us to taxi full length here, especially since we're, like pseudo flying online for reals. The map, that was actually ForeFlight, so that's my iPad being displayed on the screen. That's my iPad. There you go. I'm using the trickery of editing to show that up there on the screen for you. Tyler doing a low pass. Very low pass. As in, he just went into the ground. So we'll come out here on an active runway and do our run-up, because why the hell not? Put ourselves into the wind here. Park brake. Extra full. Run the engine up. 300. Should see a drop. Should see a rise. Should see a drop. Nope. Nope. Gotta find the click spot. Gotta find the right click spot on that one. Exercise the prop. Fuel pump. All the way back down to 0. 0 throttle, I should say. We should see about 900 or so in the RPMs. Okay, good. Throttle up a little bit.
Boston traffic, November 827 Whiskey uniform, right downwind, runway 32
All
right,
looks
Boston.
good. It's good there. We would look back at our... Hello. Is that a T-tail? I just noticed that was a T-tail. That's too cool. All right, we're good there. And Boston, the Panthera is going to take off from runway 33 left at 4 right. Boston. I'll wait on you.
And Boston traffic 827 Whiskey uniform, final 3 right.
We have so much runway to work with here, not even funny. At least I hope we do. I don't know, there's enough, right? I think he's down. Here we go. Run it up. Looks good. All greens.
Descend. Descend.
Positive gear. Wow. Hello.
Descend. Descend.
Boston, Pink Panthera is clear. 3-3 left, last call, Boston. Not the way that you would depart this, but whatever. Nice. Get tossed. Okay, fuel pump off. Got the landing strobe lights. Oh, landing lights won't come on. We got the strobe light then. That's cool. Gear up, lights out, flaps in. Let's go bring the prop RPMs back. 2,500 on the prop. Using the pull forward for climb here. See ya, Boston. I love it. It's just so cool. I can't believe Mr. X releases this stuff for free, to be honest. Like, it's just amazing scenery. And this plane's really damn good, too. All right, Ray River, take it easy, buddy. Is the sound low with anyone else? Skirk's good to see you, man. Welcome aboard, Steve. The sound shouldn't be low. There, is that better? I guess the sound is a little bit on the low side, isn't it? Well, it might be. Yeah, it might be my equipment here. What's going on? No. Last time I messed around with this stuff. Oh, hang on. Okay, so I tune everything around my voice, and my voice Windows brought my voice down, so that should help a little bit there. Let me know if that helps the volume there for you guys. I'm also running over on XSplit or on OBS now, which is bringing the audio or changing up the audio levels a bit too, so I can turn it up a little bit more if that's not helping. Bob Russia, I saw somebody else reporting that the other day, and I have no idea. I have no idea why. I don't know why chat messages are sometimes being duplicated. That's up. That's up. Okay. We can still hear you. It's not quite. It's not. It's not loud enough. All right. So let's go direct to Blazer. We'll go to nav. So pop one down here. Go back. Autopilot. Roll. Nav. We'll deal with the chop. Yeah, if you're having problems with the chat, just give Twitch a reboot or give Twitch a refresh. But thank you for pointing out the audio stuff, guys. Foos1V, take it easy, man. Have a great night. We'll see ya. I see Sorcerer Dave loaded up at the ramp. Dave, if you don't have time to get out of there, you can head out of like Worcester Airport or even Providence Airport, or even Hartford. Those are on the way, and will give you a chance to catch up with us.
Traffic clear of traffic. Traffic clear of traffic. Traffic clear of traffic.
Whoever's in the Viper jet, you're a little close to me.
Traffic. Traffic. Traffic.
Approaching altitude.
All right, 1,000 to go. Mini Manchu plays. Welcome aboard, man. Happy Monday. E1000 probably catch up without much bother. Yeah, you should be able to. It's a short flight, but you should be able to get there. This plane cruises pretty fast, though. I mean, we'll be cruising about 200 true. You'll be about 300 true in the Epic, so. It's okay, Jack. I'm sorry to hear that, Mr. Gavin the Potato. Ready Drock, welcome aboard, man. Bob Rasha, welcome aboard. Good evening, guys. Or good afternoon. It's 2:30 here in the U.S. Skysurfer 2, thanks for the feedback. Kithendara, welcome aboard. Kithendara? 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 How do you say your name, man? JFK Ramp Rat, good to see you, man. New JetBlue special livery today this week. Search Blueprint special livery if you're interested. You got any pictures, man? Here's Cruise. Let's pop ourselves back to about 2,300 RPMs. I don't know if these are actual performance numbers that we would use, but they're what I'm using. Just see full props. Get her leaned out here. Ridge Peak. There's Peak. And there's about Ridge Peak right there. It's like about 20 gallons per hour. 200 true coming up. Nice smooth air here at 8,000 feet. That climb did not take long at all either. Super serious simulation Panthers. Most people just go with Kith. All right, Kith. Welcome aboard, man. Good to see you. Happy Monday. 240 indicated, 12 gallons an hour. Only seat 2 people, yeah. We can get 4 adults and about 90 gallons of fuel in here. Tim Rodeo, I'm at I'm at 8,000 feet. The unpressurized Wonder is going to cruise this one at 8,000. It's like 210, 207 true is about what we're going to be at. Any plans to go back to the DC6 skills? Good to see you, man. Yeah, we'll get back to the DC6 one of these days. We have a whole laundry list of planes to cycle through, and the DC6 is a good plane, but it's not exactly one of my favorite planes. But we will definitely take a gander at it again soon. Purple Strain, welcome aboard. Happy Friday or happy Monday. Bob Rocha says, how do you know how much to lean the engine? That's a good question, Bob. So we're looking at the temperature gauges down here, and we're looking for rich of peak. So I'm gonna max out the mixture on the prop. So I have the mixture lever; it does mixture things. You know, notice the fuel flow's at 24 gallons an hour right now, and this is completely full mixture. This is bad for the engine. You don't want to do this. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna lean out the engine. So keep an eye on this gauge, and then watch this lever. We're gonna lean out the engine. And we're gonna watch that gauge as it climbs. And eventually the gauge is going to peak out. So I'll just zoom in on this guy. Eventually that gauge will peak out. Eventually, as we keep leaning it, you'll see this number go down. You'll continue to see the gauge. Now you'll see it go back down. So we can run rich of peak or lean of peak. We can either be about 10 degrees lean of peak, or we can be about 10 degrees rich of peak. So right now we're lean of peak. We leaned it until we went back. Actually, we got more airspeed, it seems like, out of this thing, lean of peak. But we went to where we were completely peak on the temperatures, and we kept leaning until our temperatures were 10 degrees below that peak. So I'm going to go rich again. So there's peak. And we'll keep going rich until we get about 10 below that. And that puts us at right around 20 gallons per hour of fuel consumption there. So that's how we can tell. You just keep an eye on your cylinder head temperatures there, or your EGT temperatures, I should say. So yeah. I don't know what the advantage of rich versus lean of peak is. I'm sure that Chevy or somebody smarter than me can tell you that. I think that it's like the age-old question amongst pilots as to which is better. Like the never-ending discussion. Can you program the flight plan via the GTN? I'm not sure about that. I didn't try. I don't know if that functionality is in yet. It doesn't appear to be active at the moment, but I don't know what's planned versus what's not planned. I know we're flying off the flight plan off of the Dynons. So I'm not sure what's here yet. It doesn't look like there's any flight plan stuff that's in right now. I think Lionel from Aerobask may have taken off already. So yeah, we'll have to ask. I don't know why you'd want to in this plane. Like, weather would be nice to have. Traffic, terrain, and map is all good stuff. All the checklists and whatnot over here are nice to have. And I'm not sure what else they've got. I'm not sure what else they've got planned. I know that they're still working on adding stuff to this thing, so it's definitely not feature complete yet. And that's one of the reasons why I didn't show it any earlier than I have. Ah, there you go. Planned but not implemented yet. Thank you, Lionel. How cool am I on a scale from 1 to 10? I don't do scales. Sorcerer Dave says, What do you got, Dave? Oh, Dave, that looks good. Dave, is that 11? Is that 10 or is that 11? Because that looks really damn crisp. That's 10. Oh man, that looks really nice. beautiful Epic E1000. Still one of my favorite planes in X-Plane. Shout outs to Daisy Marie and Nicole Aniston. I don't know who they are, but I'll shout them out anyway. Purple Strain, welcome aboard. I see Cessna Rocks is now hosting. He's not auto-hosting, he's just hosting, so I assume he's in here somewhere. Draco, good to see you, man. I'd give you a tuber out of 10, whatever that means. Welcome aboard, Draco. Haven't seen you around for a while, man. Happy Monday. Inserting airway and exit on the GTN is silky smooth. I mean, it's also pretty smooth if you use the Skyview display here too. I don't know if you watched me program this route, but like the Skyview does it very, very nicely. X-Plane Master, good to see you, man. Cessna Rocks is here. Awesome, dude. Cessna Rocks is a new member of the GSA, Global Sim Alliance, not the other GSA. He could very well be a member of that GSA too, and we wouldn't judge him for that. Doo-doo, 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 doo-doo. Is that the screenshot right there? That might be it. That looks pretty good. Pretty good, won't lie. I think we might try to get a screenshot in New York City though. We're doing the city tour. The women I just shouted out are adult performers. Oh, okay. No, whatever. Oh, Purple Strain, man. You're probably not going to last very long here. We're talking about flights. Oh yeah, our flight sim. I spend way too much time on our flight sim. Don't tell my employer though. Actually, a little bit less time with the new job because I've had a lot of other crap to do. But yeah, our flight sim is good stuff. Just single lone cloud back there. I wish the photo reel was just a little bit better in the Boston area. It's okay, but it's not spectacular. It's all very brown. We're going to be flying over Hartford, Bradley here soon. Home of Flight SimCon 2017. Haha. Hope the Panthera has a nice plate kit. Oh yeah. Got to talk to Lionel and the Aerobask guys about that one. I can see us getting a lot of airtime in this plane. By the way, John, I figured out that a Cirrus SR-22 was a pretty decent stand-in for this on FS Economy. They have roughly the same performance numbers, roughly the same like cruise speed, capacity, and all that good stuff. So I actually bought a Cirrus, and it's down in Atlanta right now that I'm working on getting ferried. So when you get to the FS Economy stuff in this thing, because John, I'm pretty sure you're going to be flying this thing a lot. It seems like your alley. Brigand Guy, good to see you, man. What's the green dot thing about? So when we look at weather, so we had pink dot day on Friday because there were lots of pink dots. When we look at the weather, the dots indicate the conditions at a particular airfield. So Boston right now is a green dot because it's nice out. It's VFR. You know, Teterboro, if we zoom in far enough, is also going to be a green dot because it's nice and it's beautiful out. However, if we look around the country, you'll see blue dots. Blue dots are marginal VFR. So in this case, at Cedar Rapids, the skies are overcast 6,500. So they're, you know, you'll get in there VFR, but it may be a little bit close. Then you have red dots. Red dots are IFR. IFR airports mean that you're going to be able to get in there, but only instruments and only with like an ILS. I guess you'd be able to get in there with a non-precision approach. And then you have pink dots.
Retard.
The pink dots are low IFR, and you're basically, I mean, you're only going to get in there with a precision approach, and you may not get in there at all. So, like in the case of Charles City is currently 1.25 mile visibility, overcast 400. So unless there's an ILS, so they have a localizer with minimums of 500 and an RNAV with 300 and RNAV. So you might be able to get in there on an LPV approach. On an LPV approach, you could probably get into Charles City, but it's going to be pretty close. So that's what the different dots mean, and they're just kind of aviation codes. So when I say green dots, it means we're flying good weather. I am Relic. Thank you very much for the support, my friend. 2 months, sir. Cheers, my friend. Thank you very much again. So that's green dots, pink dots, blue dots, and red dots. On Friday, we were chasing pink dots because the weather was kind of crappy in SoCal, like historically crappy. And today we're chasing green dots. Aw, somebody got their panties in a bunch. I'm Relic. Good to see you, man. Good afternoon from Boston. Good to have you here. SimPilot 205, welcome aboard, man. Flight SimCon is June 10th through 11th. We will be at Flight SimCon streaming. I spoke about this a little bit earlier. We have 6 people right now that we have confirmed will be streaming from Flight SimCon. I've got myself, Mr. Jeff Fabiano. We've got Durka, John Fly, Josh J. Gibbs, and Aerosim Gaming. I know that there are some other people who are likely going to be in attendance who probably will show up and if not stream, at least be present. We're planning a big meet and greet though, where you guys can come by and meet some of your favorite some of your favorite flight sim streamers, and just in general have a good time. So I hope to see you guys out there. I'll be plugging it a hell of a lot more over the next couple of months. Like, you guys are going to get tired of hearing about Flight SimCon at some point. Manifold pressure too high. I mean 25.6, whatever. We're running pretty heavy on the power. I don't have any performance information on this plane. I'll go see what I can find though. Steve PHL, good to see you, man. He says he's not going to miss it this year. Welcome aboard, man. And Jack C, the date for Flight SimCon is literally at the top right of the screen, but I'll forgive you for that one. John Fly, they probably won't add this to the database because they want like FS Economy wants like 10 production models that have been produced or something like that. So like most of the Aerobask stuff to date does not show up in there because they tend to do a lot of experimental things. Jonathan Cordova will be there. Awesome. I want to go, but I think I'll be in DC. Oh man, DC is so close though. Remember to fly my Viper jet at the same time. Oh, trying to fly my Viper jet, yeah. Somebody just blasted. I saw somebody blast out here ahead of us. Devil Saw! Devil Saw, welcome to the Beer of the Month Club, sir. Cheers, my friend. Thank you very much for your support. Happy Monday. All that good stuff. I'm drinking water today. I'm cheersing with water. I hope that's okay with you guys. You know what we forgot to do? We forgot to change the fuel tanks again, but that's okay. We got only a 7-gallon differential or 8-gallon differential so far. I missed the auto fuel tank selector from the Victory and the E1000. Absolutely missed them. I live in New York, so it's closer from... Oh, it is. Okay. Channing613, good to see you, man. Quick hop on the Acela to get there from DC, I know. You actually have to go to the Acela, and then I think you have to switch trains to whatever goes to Hartford, but yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be a tough hop. Thinking about heading over the pond, wife permitting. Nice. Devil Sauce here from Germany. Good to see you, man. Hello from Boston. Ivan74, good to see you, man. Did you manage to figure out what the problem was on Friday? I have some ideas. Somebody mentioned that the San Luis Obispo scenery might be causing problems. So I'm going to try removing that and doing some more flying. I went up in a plane Saturday morning, and I was doing I was just doing freaking circles. Like I was doing laps and circuits over top of San Luis. No problems whatsoever. Everything worked fantastic. So I honestly have no idea what the problem was. I still have no idea what the problem was, I should say. Like maybe eventually I'll figure it out, but it's going to take some time. I just realized that the route that we're flying is actually a jet route. We're on J75. That was completely the wrong route to file, but whatever. I'm looking here at ForeFlight and it says J75, 18,000 feet, and I'm thinking, that's probably not quite right. So we've got about 35 minutes or so until we get down on the ground in Teterboro. Just kind of cruising for now. Planes without a cross-feed position. I don't think single engine I don't think single engine planes with two tanks can have a cross-feed, can they? Like I don't think these planes are allowed to have cross-feeds. That's why they have the two sides. But I could be wrong on that. At least my PC was functional. Here's refused to boot. That sucks, dude. Yoni Wolf 1202, good to see you, man. Birdshaw 101, welcome aboard. We're not doing a barrel roll. Thanks for asking, though. Don't be that guy. Would love Dirk a Big Lug to go to Flight SimCon. Well, Dirk is going, man. Unless you mean you would love to go. This is X-Plane. Sean Rothstein, good to see you, man. Assassin Ghost, welcome aboard. Cessnas have Cessnas have a crossfade, but they're also over wing. Like I think it's like over wing versus over versus under. Like I read something about the reason why low wing aircraft have the fuel selector valves, and I don't remember exactly what it was. High performance single engine piston. If you're going to do a barrel roll, might as well be in this. That's true. This would be the plane that would probably do a barrel roll, no problem. Michael V69, welcome aboard. Good to see you, man. Crossfeed means left tank supplying right engine. Can't happen in a single engine. There. Coming up on Hartford now. Let's see here. Should be able to see the airfield here shortly. There it is right there. So you got the hotel and the airport there. And you got the general aviation. I think that's Signature over on that side. And then there is, I think the museum is like right here. The airplane museum, which is pretty cool. It definitely was a neat thing to see over there. And a cloud. Because why wouldn't we have a cloud? Is Flight SimCon always in Boston? Technically, it's in Hartford, Connecticut. But yeah, it's always out here because it's put on by the event itself is put on by Boston ARTCC, or Boston Virtual, I should say, BVA, Boston Virtual ARTCC. So most of the guys that are taking care of this thing are actually based out of the Boston area. Would you tell me when X-Plane 10.5 is loaded? It just locks up. I have no idea, dude. You might have luck asking the support forums over at xplane.org. Zach Racer, good to see you, man. We're flying down to Teterboro. We took off out of Boston about 25 minutes ago, and we're making our way down to Teterboro Airport, just flying over Hartford, Connecticut. Once we land in Teterboro, we're going to pop ourselves back up and do a quick VFR flight. Time pending, though. I have until 5. Yeah, we got time. We should have time. We're planning on doing a VFR flight, taking the Hudson Corridor. Taking the Hudson Corridor down through New York City and out to Spadaro. Lufker Spadaro Airport. A super damn cool, random, like amazing little airfield. that I can't believe somebody made a payware scenery out of, but it's totally awesome. The band Mace. It is a cool looking plane, I know. It's pretty sweet. Flying to Teterboro? Teterboro? Teterboro. Teterboro. I don't know how you say it. I say it how I say it. Editing some GIFs, did a landing KBOS. Gonna run it in a few hours. Nice, dude. Should check them out. Is there accelerated time in X-Plane like there is in FSX? Yes, there is. We could press Control T, double T, and go up to basically up to whatever your PC supports. So right now we can do 2x speed if we wanted to. I generally tend to fly real time though. Louise Monza, nice flights, nice move. Just keep on going. Cheers, my friend. Louise, cheers, man. Thank you very much, sir. You're far too kind. Louise, I think you said, are you Portugal or Brazil? I believe you're one of the Portuguese guys, right? Is plane easy to fly? This plane's not too bad to fly. Well, we got some -7 C and potentially some icing conditions here, so let's do icing status. Since we can't actually see the icing, I'm going to turn on the icing status up here. I'm not sure that X Enviro simulates icing, but we'll just keep an eye on things and make sure. Because -7 C and visible icing means, or visible moisture, I should say, typically means potentially bad things. We don't need icing. That would be bad. Oh, you're Brazilian. Okay. Got it. Plane Man 1738, welcome aboard, man. Simply Bacon, welcome aboard. No release date just yet. No release date. As soon as there's a release date, I'll be sure to tell you guys. With any luck, by us flying this thing, by me showing you guys this off, it's gonna convince Lionel that he should work just a little harder on it and get it out the door. Just saying. Is 500 gigabytes enough for ortho in Eastern and Central Europe? Depends on what zoom level you do. If you do zoom level 15, probably. If you do zoom level 17, probably not. It'd be pretty close. I mean, I don't know. I have no idea how much my ortho like I have the Alps done in 17, but I have no idea what the size comes out to for that. Birdshaw asks, what kind of gear do you control the game with? I use a Cytec X55 for my throttle and stick, and then I use a Cessna Pro Flight rudder pedals. I'm happy enough with them. I would say though, like personally, I would rather have an X. I would much rather have a Thrustmaster Warthog than I would this Cytec gear. I'd much rather have a Thrustmaster Warthog than a Cytec gear. If money were no if money were no issue. But that's a $400 stick versus a $250 stick. So, you know, there's that. So there's 3017 here. Yes, Mr. X6. Oh yeah, no man, I would not buy. I guess there's a fairly recent payware that's out for LAX. But yeah, I mean, a lot of payware scenery tends to come with a lot of detail, and like I have some Miami scenery that runs like poo on my machine. Like some of the payware stuff is just way too intense. Like it looks real nice, makes for good screenshots, but they're kind of lousy to fly in and out of sometimes. I would say head over to the org and see if you can find people that have tweaked and kind of made it work. I'm unfortunately not very good for troubleshooting and tech support. Around 4 terabytes for Central and Eastern Europe, says W28. Yeah, that sounds about right. Can I show off some GTN features? What do you want to see, man? Pop down here, take a look at it. All right, so right now we're in terrain mode. Or we're in map mode, I should say. I don't know what the different buttons and whatnot on here do. You can see the terrain around us, though. There is, or we can see the map around us. There is a terrain mode. It doesn't seem to be working. I think Lionel, this, again, beta product, all that stuff. I think I need to like reboot X-Plane or something to make this work again. But it has worked in other versions of the build. It just doesn't be working in this. Weather doesn't seem to work at the moment. The flight plan stuff I know is planned, but it's not implemented yet. So there's not a lot for us to kind of look at there. Same with proc and nearest. In the utilities section, we would be able to do true airspeed, wind speed calculations and all that. Although honestly our glass stuff does that for us. Pull up a timer. And we can pull up all of our checklists. So if I were to do normal checklists, emergency procedures, so on and so forth. We then have our references with all of our speeds on it. These are kind of handy to have. So it does all that stuff. I'm not really good at showing these off. There's the TCAS display for traffic that I've also got on the bottom one. So the top and the bottom have all the same functions. They do all the same things. It's just one's bigger than the other. You can click on traffic and you can get some information about them. So the guy in front of us is apparently only moving at not very fast and speeding up. I don't know how accurate that ground speed is, to be honest. It might be calculating that. So he's accelerating awfully quickly. But there is more information that could be pulled. I don't know how much of this actually gets pulled on the PilotEdge client here. That'd be something that Aerobask could probably comment on better than me. So there's that, and then up on the comm panel. So the comm panel is what's most exciting for me in terms of. No, I don't want to climb. So for me, the comm panel is what's most exciting for PilotEdge and that kind of stuff. So you have the full touchscreen displays here. So if we wanted to go to 122.80, we could do that and transfer that straight in. Back to 123.45. We can monitor a different frequency than we are currently tuned into. So I could come down here and tune our comm frequency to 22.80. Or actually, we could do 121.50. So we could tune into guard. Enter that, tune into guard on our secondary frequency, and then we could also monitor guard. So we could set our microphone to 1, so we're transmitting on 23.45, and now we're listening also on guard. And if I transmit, you'll see the mic go red. If somebody else were to transmit right now, you would see the monitor go red, saying that there's somebody speaking on frequency. And you get a little PilotEdge icon here when you're logged into PilotEdge itself. You can obviously do all your transponder stuff, ident, VFR, altitude reporting, blah, 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 blah. Change your nav aids. All the radio, so all the radio stuff is done on here. And then there is a 2D panel that pops out as well that you can pull out of here and do stuff with. So that's where they're at. I know that the GTNs are still a work in progress right now. A little bit of pop-in that just happened there, probably related to scenery loads. The GTN is still, I know, a work in progress. That's, this thing is not yet ready for prime time. That's why they haven't released it yet. But I think it'll be a very, very, very solid plane when it does come out. I'm super jazzed for it. So that's your quick GTN 750. You're too high. All black is normal. Got it. Okay. So the 750, the terrain will work on the 750. So we'll do that later. The 650 is broken, and so until we reboot the sim. Okay. Interesting. Just more buttons to play with, more things to press. So yeah. Where are we heading to now? Waterbury, Connecticut, off to our left here. Right there. Some Lego brick scenery down there. I suppose we'd glide our way down there if we absolutely had to. I would hate to pull up the engine failure after takeoff checklist while actually on the takeoff. Yeah, that seems like it might be a little inconvenient. Be on cool 21.5, you heard an ELT when someone's ELT was going off. Yeah, it would, but you know. So 21.5 doesn't really work the way that it should on PilotEdge. If we were over in the network area, we would hear everything, the controllers are saying. With the way that, like, Guard does not truly work like Guard should for PilotEdge at the moment. The controllers hear and broadcast on Guard at all times. Whereas the controllers in the real world would only be able to hear on Guard. How long until this plane is released? Blasphemous Bear, good to see you, man. Happy Monday. Not sure. Probably soon, but we haven't been given a date. Lionel says it's a matter of weeks until this plane's released at this point. So there's your professional answer. Sure about the new Cirrus SR22 Gen 6 with perspective and technology. I don't know specifically what you'd be referring to. I've been in Cirrus. I've flown around in Cirrus, and it's pretty cool stuff. But I don't know anything specifically about what's coming up with them. Wayne Taylor, good to see you, man. Good afternoon from Boston. Welcome aboard, sir. Happy Monday. With the Skyview base Aerobask EX. E1000 to victory, yes. How you call it Lego bricks? Well, that's what they call it, Jacob. Like, even that, Laminar refers to it as Lego brick scenery. Lego brick airports. So I might even be able to load Navigraph charts into it. I do not know. Possibly. I think people's sims are like crashing left and right. We left with like 4 or 5 people, including Sorcerer Dave. And now we have nobody. Or now we have 2 people. We've lost Dave, we've lost Tyler. Yeah, you can post links, man. Dave, there's Dave. No, I mean, like flying on pilots. I know you're still in the channel, but you took off out of Boston. You were supposed to catch up to us, and now it's just Mr. Walker, Mr. Clements, and myself. I'm just saying. Unless you're going to randomly show up in the Concorde. I don't know what this phantom target is that keeps showing up, though. I think Lionel said there was a problem with the TCAS, too. So I think that's me. Unless... Oh, wait, no, hang on. Oh, that's Dave! God damn it, Dave. Yeah, okay. Dave is literally right there. He's trailing me so closely, I thought it was a single line. I literally thought that was one line, and then I zoomed way in, I'm like, oh yeah, there's Dave. And then I look back there, and there's Dave. Nice. Nice. That's why my TCAS keeps going off. Thanks for the good laugh, Dave. We'll be starting down here in a few minutes. Let's see here. We got... Oh, man. What do we got? 25... About 25 miles from Unville we'll start down. So, I think about halfway between CMK and Dewey's. So CMK is coming up. We'll try to be at Unville at 3,000 probably. Actually, let's figure this out. All right, so up you up there. Let's pause that for a few minutes here. Perfect. Okay, so let's figure this out. Teterboro. Winds are 350, 10, gust 19. So we're going to want to actually land on runway 1. Teterboro's VFR. So actually, you know what? We'll just come in. We'll plan for 3,000 at Unville. We'll plan for 3,000 here at Unville. Turn towards Teterboro. We'll bring ourselves down to pattern altitude, which is going to be Teterboro. Where's the field information at? Oh, there it is. The altitude at Teterboro is 8 feet. That works. So we'll plan for left traffic, runway 1. And we'll just come in from the north. So 3,000 there, then we'll descend into the pattern. Good to go. Perfect. All right, so 3,000 in Unville. We go down 5,000 feet. If we start down, actually, you know what? If we start down around, yeah, we'll start down a little after CMK. So between CMK and Dewey's, original plan stays. Perfect. Good talk. I just occasionally squawk to altitude. Oh, I see what you're doing, Dave. Uh-huh. Mashed Pumpkins, welcome aboard. Good to see you, man. I always assume it's pilot error and not a bug. You don't have to worry about that one. Dave, hashtag Dave confirmed. Jonathan Cordova, thanks for the bits, man. Appreciate it, buddy. Simply Bacon. Bought the first edition of the E1000 back in early 15. Loved it. Invested in the Victory when it came out. Now I'm close to blowing for this plane. Yeah, these planes are good. Lionel's doing some good work for us here in the X-Plane world. I was super jazzed when I got my hands on this thing, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like now we have a proper general aviation piston that has a fantastic avionics suite in it. I'm like, yes. I'm going to fly the crap out of this plane. No question about it. Okay, so we are 25 miles now from Unville. Yeah, we'll wait till when we cross Dewey's, we'll head down. When we cross Dewey's, we'll start our way down. No reason to go down any sooner than that. We do have the Hudson River out here, though. We'll start seeing some signs of New York City. Is that the Hudson, actually? Yeah. Is that the Hudson? Of course it's the Hudson. What else would it be, Ty? Matt32689, welcome aboard, man. Happy Monday. We're flying the Pipistrel Panthera by Aerobask. This is a beta version of version 3.0 that'll be coming out soon. Aerobask has confirmed it is a paid update with pricing information to be determined soon. It is a fantastic little plane. We are flying Boston down to Teterboro. We're going to land ourselves at Teterboro and go do some VFR flying down the Hudson Corridor. And then call it quits there. This is going to be a pretty fast turn, though. In fact, I might not even turn the plane. I might just do a low pass at Teterboro, and then we'll take off and we'll do the VFR segment to end this thing out. Because I don't necessarily have an abundance of time. So left Spadero, add that on there. Yes, that's what we'll do. We'll do the low pass over Teterboro. We'll do a low approach, and maybe whatever. We'll figure something out there. We'll take off, and then we'll blast down the Hudson Corridor. Because it'll probably take us another half hour, 40 minutes in the Hudson portion of this flight. Which is going to be really cool, by the way. I did this one the other day when PilotEdge was doing their some of their commercial stuff out in the New York area, and it was pretty damn fun. Art Tatarin, good to see you, man. Welcome aboard, sir. Kith says I'm faster. Yes, sir. Uberbot, welcome aboard. Uber, if you want to come join us, man, get ready to blast out of Teterboro here in about 10 or 15 minutes. And we're going to fly the Hudson Corridor, and we're going to head out to 1 November 2. It's time to call Sully. Yeah, right? Okay, let's make ourselves 3,000 feet. Come on down here. We're going to go back. We're going to go to autopilot, pitch mode, and we'll go vertical speed. And we'll start the nose down here ever so slightly. We'll pull the throttle back here. We're heading into and under a Bravo shelf, so we'll keep ourselves at 200 mile an hour, or 200 knots, I should say. 1,000 feet per minute we can pull out of this thing. We're also going to push our mixture back up to full rich. Well, look at that. It just cleared right up on us. Got New York City off in the distance. George Washington. Actually, this is funny. We're going to go from Mount Washington to the George Washington Bridge in one day. I like that. So while we're doing that, we're going to do a quick briefing on the Hudson Corridor. I don't know how to pull the chart up here, so I'm just going to pull it up down here. Okay, so the New York SFRA, the Special Flight Rules Area. Bloody, 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 blah. Bloody, 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 blah. Blah, blah. So what this actually says is you need to stay up between 1,000 and 1,300 feet on the west side of the Hudson River, on the right side, I should say, at all times as you're flying down. So we're going to shoot for about 1,200 feet or so, heading down the Hudson Corridor. That keeps you underneath the Bravo airspace that's above you, and keeps you below certain death and other bad things that would be below you. We'll take that all the way down to the Staten Island Bridge. Once we cross the Staten Island Bridge, then we'll be able to make our turn towards Long Island, proceed across the south side of Long Island. Once we get through the Hudson Corridor and the south side of Long Island, we then need to contend with the JFK class Bravo airspace. So we'll be clear of any Bravo here. We'll still have a shelf above us at 1,500 feet, but we'll be clear of. Yeah, we'll be clear of anything at that point. As we get close to JFK, you'll notice the Bravo down here on the south side is 7,000 plus 500. So it's 500 AGL up to 7,000 feet. We will not be able to climb through the Bravo, so we have to go underneath this Bravo shelf, which means we're going to buzz along the beach here at about 500 feet. 500 feet, 200 knots. It's going to be a pretty sporty couple of miles as we cruise along the coastline, and then we can start climbing as we make our way out of the Los Angeles, the JFK area. We're then going to climb to about 1,200 feet. We'll skirt underneath the remaining Bravo airspace, as well as the Charlie here at Long Island MacArthur, and then we'll get ready to land at the Spadero Airport, which is going to be all the way over here. So that's your brief. That's what we're doing. So we'll do a low approach out of Teterboro, and then we will get ready to crank ourselves over the Hudson and make our way in. Questions? Comments? Great. Fantastic. I'm glad we can all be on the same page on this. You can do whatever you want, man. If you want to land in Teterboro, that's fine. I'm not actually going to stop in Teterboro. I'm just going to do the approach. I'm just going to do, I should say, a visual. I'm going to do left pattern for runway 1, and then we'll blast out of there and head down the Hudson. Mike Rushforth, happy Monday, sir. Welcome aboard, my friend. Mike, what part of the country are you in today? Tim Radio's Piper is slow and he is way behind. Your Piper is slow. Tim, you may just want to crank yourself left onto the Hudson then. Because by the time you get to the Hudson River, we'll have 140 knot speed limit on the Hudson corridor anyway. So by the time you get to the Hudson River, we should be cranking ourselves back around to head south. So I would just skip Teterboro altogether if you got the got for it.
Approaching altitude.
That's the other thing too. There's 140 knot speed limit on the corridor. We forgot to brief that, but that's a thing. Is that 140 knots? I thought it was. I thought I read there was 140 knots somewhere. I could be wrong on that. It tells us the line that it's going. Oh yeah, here it is. Maintain an indicating airspeed not to indicate 140 knots. Yep. So that's what we're doing. This will be fun. Scenery and stuff loading in here. Crank our right turn toward Teterboro. And we could tune into Teterboro 119.5 if we want to. Whole bunch of scenery and crap loading in. Chopping the sim up. It'll figure itself out here in a second. Hopefully. Interesting. The sim has not done this before. Where it gets like that super choppy on the way in here. Oh. My aircraft.
Autopilot disconnect.
Frame rate is not ideal at the moment. Left tank is 42, right tank is 44. Let's kick that over onto the right side now. Good real traffic. Pink Panthera is 8 miles to the north, planning for left traffic runway 1 Teterboro. Boy, my sim is running like poo right now. Hopefully it will improve itself soon, because that is really quite bad. Maybe I should land and just reload it. Because it's fine when I look away from New York. When I look downtown, it's got problems. Ah, well, whatever. What are the numbers next to the webcam? Oh, that's just debugging information, since this is a debug build. Bring ourselves down to 1,000 feet to enter the left downwind. Teterboro traffic, Pink Panthera is left downwind, runway 1, Teterboro. Get our speed back here. Showing Lua memory usage, got it. Man, why is it so choppy? That is really bad. Super not good. Went up on 1,000 feet for pattern altitude. Nice view though, yeah it is. Oh, I wrote the flaps out too soon. There's Dave blasting over top of me. speed up a little bit here. Pops full, mixture full. Our altitude, and we're going to plan for 1,200 feet on the altitude. It's not 12.2, 1,200. I am feeling better, Mike, yes. I felt like poo all the way up until really like this morning. Even this morning I wasn't 100%, but I am feeling better now. Whenever I pan across the view here, it's like something's low. There we go. Seems getting smoother now. Ah, whatever. Who cares? Still running all right. Okay, there's a beam. Flaps full, gear down. Tip the nose over. Shooting for 80 knots in the approach speed. Watch out for the poorly placed poles in front of us. Turbo traffic, Pink Panthera, left base, runway 1, Teterboro. And Teterboro traffic, Panthera turning final, runway 1. We're going to plan to go straight out on the go, Teterboro. Okay, gear, flaps, lights. Good enough. Let's land. Let's do, I should say, a low approach. Touch and go. We'll do touch and go. Alright. One white, one red. Move my view up a little bit here so I can see. Sit up in my big boy chair. Still a little breezy here.
Clear of conflict.
Flaps up. Green, green, green. There's rotation. And positive rate gear. Hello.
Approaching altitude.
We're over 1,200 feet here. And 140 on the speed.
Sorry, taking runway 1, right crosswind departure, Teterboro.
And Pink Panthera is clear, runway 1, Teterboro, last call. Okay, let's make our way over here towards the George Washington. Get ourselves on the Hudson corridor here. 1,200 feet's what we're looking for. There's 1,000. After takeoff, gears up, lights are out, flaps are in. Our target speed is going to be 140 knots. There's 1,200 feet right there. We'll power back 2,500. Sure don't bust that Bravo. Don't bust the Bravo! Holy crap, I'm getting tossed! Gotta get below 1,300 to get on the corridor here. I'm not even sure if I can enter this spot, but I'm gonna do it anyway. And there's reporting points and all that stuff on the corridor too that I don't know. I'm just not going to bother with. I don't have... Well, what would be the frequency that we would use? Like, there's a frequency that we would tune into here. But I don't see it handy, so I'm not going to worry about it. can't find it. I'm not gonna worry about it. Cause it's a sim. Haha. Make our way over the G-dub. She's good to hand fly. 2305 is the helicopter frequency. Okay. Let's quote our Pink Panthera's GW Bridge southbound.
Retard.
Yoni Wolf!
Retard.
Welcome to the Beer of the Month Club, sir. I cheers you, but I'm busy right now. Thank you very much for your support, sir. Happy Monday. You are awesome. You are all awesome. KC Flyer, welcome aboard, man. We're making our way down to 1 November 2 now. We just did a low pass over Teterboro. We're doing the Hudson Corridor, New York City, and heading down to Lufker Spadero. If you guys haven't seen this airport, it's a real hoot. Next call is the clock. Sim is doing choppy things again. Yo, man, take it easy. Have a good one, Lionel. Congrats doing so well despite the beta. Well, the beta's performing quite admirably, so it's not that big a deal. Something had the VST host. You were having problems with the VST host earlier, weren't you, Dave? It's freeform flying, not free for all. I like it. Matt Abat, welcome aboard. Good to see you, man. Psych out Matt, welcome aboard. Happy Monday, guys. Mega Moss, good to see you, buddy. All right, Dave, take it easy, man. Thanks for flying with us today. Tell your parents I said sorry.
Retard.
Joe Nurse is here for the second month. Cheers, my friend. Thank you very much for your support. You guys are way too kind. $18-knot crosswind as we're flying this thing. Look at that crab. All right, Tim, take it easy, man. I'll just turn the flight director off. I don't need it right now. Trying to keep a consistent altitude here, but you know how that goes. Reporting on the clock opposite of World Trade Center. My tail dragger is a 66-knot crosswind. Well, how high are you? It'd be cool to be flying this though and see like planes going in both directions. I can't even imagine flying this quarter. I can't wait till I get to do it someday. It seems like it'll just be way too much fun. Blue Sky, good to see you, man. Cactus 1549 reporting for duty. It's actually a good time for a nap here. Scroll in. Panthera is at the clock on the Hudson Quarter. I don't know what, there's probably a call, like a special call that you're supposed to make. Like I'm at this altitude, I'm at this speed, I'm at this point. Yeah, I mean having the planes, you know, into LaGuardia right above you would be pretty crazy too. Flew it at night, 1994, past the Twin Towers. Oh my God, dude, that would be amazing. Cirrus Max is Dade route. Oh, I know that. I mean, I don't know that as in like I've experienced that, but he's definitely spoken of that more than a few times. What am I using for autogen? This is the Drzwecki design New York scenery. So it's payware. Okay, there's Statue of Liberty. Oh no, Tim. I'm sorry, dude. No fun when the sim crashes. 5x5. Yeah, you guys did fly this, didn't you? Okay, next up is the VZ. Staten Island Bridge, is it? VZ? I don't know. After this point, we're gonna duck. Uh-oh. Okay.
So there's narrow stretch.
Does Twitch allow 1080 streaming? I mean, you could stream 1080. It would be tough to do. Whoops, altitude. Yeah, you can stream 1080. It's just with the bit rates that you afforded, it would be very difficult to do it effectively. So I do 7, and honestly, like, if you're on a 1080 display, here's what I tell people. If you're on a 1080 display, and you're watching Twitch with the chat up, you only have a 720 viewport anyway into the chat, or into the stream. So, like, there's really no reason to stream 1080 right now on Twitch. I've had no luck with that yet, Mashed Pumpkins. It's a good way to screen the girls. If they're not impressed by this, see ya! That's terrible and hilarious. Okay, so next up we need to be under 500 feet by the time we get to that peninsula over there. So we keep ourselves at like 1,200 or so. Now we're out of the Hudson Corridor. We'll start making our way down the coast of Long Island here. So I can bring the speed back up now. We can go all the way to 200 knots because that's the speed limit underneath the Bravo shelf. CMTE Douglas, good to see you, man. Welcome aboard, man. I'm doing fantastic. Having some fun out here. Jay Wade, welcome aboard. I did fly over the Statue of Liberty. Al Smoke and T, welcome aboard. Happy Monday, guys. All right, let's get that altitude down. Let's get low. Let's get fast. Higher than 200 knots. Altitude is going to be 450. In the event of an engine out, we're going to land this thing on the beach, I think. I wonder how often you actually see planes race along this beach down here. Okay, here we go. There's our altitude. We need to stay just off the coastline here. Keep us clear of the JFK Bravo. All the time, they say. I can imagine. That'd be pretty sweet seeing the planes come through here. We got a 15-knot crosswind from the left. Kind of pretend you're a fighter jet, I know. I want to do this. Oh, that's so cool. Alright, better get our altitude back up again. I don't really want to sink too much here. Cessna Rock says my heli is too slow. Yeah, we just bumped it to 200 knots in this thing. Good luck, man. Sorry, dude. If you want to go load up, at KFOK, Kilo Foxtrot Oscar Kilo, you'll be able to meet back up with us in a second. Okay, we need to go out and around that point over there. Oops, there's a Bravo bust. Landing light on along the beach. Well, my landing lights won't come on right now because the gear's not down. So we get recognition, strobe, and nav lights. It's the best I can do. Bring out here. Very, very beautiful. The Crazy Carts! Crazy Carts, welcome to the Beer of the Month Club, sir. Cheers, and thank you very much for the support. You and everybody else are awesome. Seriously. And welcome aboard, man. Good to see you. Happy Monday. My palms are getting sweaty. Hand fly in this section. Are we on the right tank? Let's go to the right tank now. Try to keep this fuel as equalized as I can. There's a Bravo bust. No Hudson River landing. No, we didn't have to this time. Knees weak, arms are heavy. Oh, this is so much fun though. Like, you guys, I highly recommend doing this at some point. Like, this flight is an absolute hoot. There's a Bravo bust. Who knows how closely they monitor this stuff. Actually, that's assuming that I even have the right altimeter setting. I didn't even think to grab that. Kennedy's 3017. Okay, so we still got the right altimeter. We're good there. Hand flying a plane? Who does that? I know, Miss Copilot. Welcome aboard, by the way. We don't see you very often in the stream. Does the plane auto switch tanks? It does not. Welcome aboard, Maverick. Whoops. Uh-oh. Speed, altitude, everything's... We're losing it. Okay, we can make our way inland now. I'm going to continue along the barrier islands here. After this, we'll be able to climb back up to 1,200 feet. Every Bravo bust, you tip one over. Ooh, boy. That'd be tough, Bob. That would be tough. There's clear the Bravo. Let's go ahead and climb our way up to 1,200 now. One of the bozos over KHWV. Right now, KC, we're on the last one, man. Teterboro out to Spadero. And the Spadero airport is really damn cool. We'll be there not too long. Let's see here. Here. Flight plan. Insert K1 and 2. And we go direct. So we'll be there in about 10 or 15 minutes, it looks like. Uh-oh, there's a Bravo bust. 1,200 feet. 1,200 feet. Yeah, the scenery Spadero looks real nice. Have Ortho flown here in real life. What do you fly in real life, Cessna? I'm assuming Cessna, right? Imagine that. Tim says, I'm not working. I'm watching you on my TV. I'm not working, sort of. I can live with that. Okay. Steady altitude. Cessna 172 with the Garmin 1000. Nice, dude. Do you own or do you rent? Because if you own that plane, fly the damn thing up to Hartford. They do. I think they've negotiated reduced ramp fees for attendees of the conference. Ah, this is so much fun. This has been a good flight. It really has. Captain Q Hauler says, I fight hackers all day and watch Twitch. Sounds about right. I get paid to watch YouTube videos now, so it works. All right, Joe Nurses, take it easy, men. Leaving before the good part, but I understand. You rent, okay. Take the family citation. Take some convincing of my grandmother. Well then. Nice, Jonathan. The more the merrier, man. It's going to be a good time. Can I play some Danger Zone? I'd love to, but it would have been more appropriate back by JFK. But I also can't play it because of copyright issues. I don't want my stream to get muted. And to have to deal with YouTube and their copyright stuff. So, I mean, you can put Danger Zone on and pretend like it's playing on my stream. And it'll basically be the same thing. Do I have Dan's ERJ 140? I do not. I think he's working on an update of that thing at some point. But no, I don't have the 140. She is a beautiful plane. Can't wait till you guys can get this thing. Is there anybody still here with me? Ben Wells right behind me in Legacy. He'll keep up with me in that thing. Where is Uber? Oh, there he is. He's probably maintaining altitude a little better than I am. I like the Outer Banks, but I love the Northwest Inside Passage better. Yeah, it's definitely different. I mean, I think if there were more nice scenery, Paywar sceneries out here, it'd be a different story. As it stands, you know, Lufgren Spadaro is kind of the only one to go to right now. But it is pretty, like, it is a pretty sweet airfield as it stands. They're going to be 123.0, so we'll get that tuned in. Oops. 23.0. And we are still 27 miles out, so we got some time to go. About 8 minutes. Do I want to be... I'm going to keep myself over on this, whoops, in this area. Basically don't want to be out in the middle of the water here at 1,200 feet, so we'll come out here by the land. I could be over here, or I could be on the inside, but the inside's going to have a surface Bravo, or a surface Charlie to contend with. So if we come over here, if we had an engine out scenario, we'd at least be able to put the plane down, not in water. Now, I don't know if this is like beach or if it's rock or what this area is. I mean, maybe this is not ideal for putting your plane down, but that's cool. Jonathan says he's bringing us in by train. You better check in with the organizers and see if that's something you can do. It's a beach in real life. Perfect. I guess this is going to be our version of the Legacy. For FSX and P3D have the Legacy, and this is going to kind of be similar in terms of performance. Obviously, it carries 2 more people and probably more luggage, but it'll probably be held in much the same regard. Alright. This also gets us technically out of the Charlie airspace, too. We just need a good TBM for X-Plane. Redo some of the Steve Ovidas. Yeah, no kidding, man. You could probably do them in the Epic. I mean, Epic is very similar to the TBM in a lot of ways. You know, we have Coronado TBM. There's always that. Or not. Nobody cares about National Wildlife Refuge. Yeah, I know. Everybody's leaving. People don't want to see. People don't want to see the VFR portions of the flight. They just want to see the airliner sitting in autopilot cruise the whole time. It's crazy. I was looking at numbers. I was looking at numbers for the A320 stream. The A320 stream got more views in 24 hours than the Victory stream the previous week had gotten in 10 days. Like, that just blows my mind. But if you want to, if you're a budding YouTuber or Twitch streamer and you want to get the views, man, you got to do things like you got to do airliners, and you got to do the popular airliners. And X-Plane, that's going to be the A320. It's going to be the A350. It's going to be the 777. Like, even like the Rotate doesn't get that many views. I think people are kind of sick of the IXEG stuff at this point. And honestly, like this flight Boston to Teterboro and then back up north here, this, in my opinion, has been infinitely more interesting than anything else that I've done in an airliner recently. We just had such a huge variety of flying, including the long, boring en route portion where you just stare at the autopilot the whole time. Like, I just think it's way better. But I can understand why people, I guess I can understand why people like the airliners. I don't know. Whatever. STF Superfly, good to see you, man. This is the, somebody just hit a link for you. The Aerobask Pipistrel Panthera version 3. This is a beta version of this plane that will be coming out very soon. How long will the Discord rank sync take? They do it once an hour. So it should happen within the hour for you, Crazy Cards. It is what it is, isn't it, Dave? Yes, sir. That's okay, though. Did I miss the source of the NYC scenery? The NYC scenery was the Drzwecki scenery. I have Drzwecki, New York airports, and Drzwecki, New York City. I think all said and done, it's about a $45 to $50, maybe $60 package for both of those sceneries. It's a little bit hard on the frames. Definitely a lot smoother out here now that we're way away from it. But I do recommend checking it out, though. Like, I think it's a solid scenery pack. 11.5 miles out. Nearby weather is reporting 35017. It's gonna be a sporty arrival. I don't even know the runways at Lufter Spadero. Like, I have no idea. Spadero Airport, Pink Panthera is 9 miles out, planning to land in from the south. Spadero. I see you, says Cessna. Nice. Oh yeah, I definitely like when I knew partnership was a thing I was pursuing. I stacked the deck in my favor, Dave. Like I did that. It just so happened we had that long haul PilotEdge stream, and I was able to do the 777 on that, and get like 2,500 people that came in over the course of like a 6-hour stream. Like it worked out pretty well in my favor. Although I think now that Twitch is partnering seemingly anybody, that it's it's kind of a different story. Dogs, I'm doing pretty good, man. Thank you for asking. Fear Me 1421, welcome aboard. Good to see you. Okay, let's start surveying for any traffic. I haven't heard any calls yet. We've been listening to the CTAF for a
Air
bit.
traffic White Lancer is 6.5 miles to the southwest. Going to be landing from the south. We've got the other traffic in sight. There.
Okay, so he's right behind me. Let's see here. This airport comes up on you pretty quick, so we might have to make a pass at it. It's a little difficult to spot. Is that it? No. Let's bring the speed back. Start turning in towards this thing. Okay, that's the Delta Airport. Okay. We're pointed right at it. It's going to be right here below us. Let's pull the speed back. Up full. Spadero, Pink Panthera is 2 miles to the south, landing from the south, Spadero. I don't have the field though. There it is. Got it. Let's get this view up here. Gear, flaps. Spadero, Pink Panthera is short final from the south. Spadero. There's a grass strip on the left here. And then there's our paved strip that we're landing at on the right. It's Lufker Spadero. Lufker on the left, Spadero on the right here. $17 knots, a little bit across the nose here. It's actually going to help us out quite a bit. Trees here we have to avoid, so we're going to be a little bit steep coming in. Not the most graceful of landings, but we'll take it. Spadero, Pink Panthera is clear on the left side of the runway, Spadero.
Spadero traffic, White Lancer is 2 miles to the south, landing full stop, Spadero traffic.
So I'm going to wait for him to land, and then we'll crank back around and back taxi on the runway. That was fun. Like, that was a really neat flight. All the way into this just super freaking cool airport. Any excuse I get to fly out here, I take it, because it's so much fun to fly into this thing. Truly. So we're gonna bug out here. We're gonna wait for Ben to land, and then we'll do our back taxi and hopefully check out the replay. I hope he doesn't bomb out on us again. Nope, he missed it. Did you miss it?
Yeah, just a little bit.
That must be Cessna Rocks in the helicopter.
Sparrow traffic, White Lancers crossing midfield for right downwind Sparrow traffic.
Narrow strip makes fast landings optically. Yeah, I know, it's weird. Like, it's crazy coming in there. Not only is it narrow, but it feels like it's super short. But honestly, like, it must be like a 3,000 foot strip at least. Like, I had more than enough time to get slowed down. Where's the helicopter? There he is. Cessna Rocks is just sneaking in his chopper. Sneaky, sneaky. Nobody will notice me. All right, let's see if Ben gets it this time. Let's end the stream with another fuel truck race. 2,400 by 25. Oh, okay. Never mind. So it's actually not a very big runway. At all. It's those power lines in the end that really get you, man. Those things just throw me for a loop every time I come in here. Because you gotta come in. It feels like you gotta come in so freaking steep. His runway, his scenery must be a little different than mine. Doing a good job hovering that helicopter, though. Yeah, orientation is a little different than his. Oh no! Crashing in the trees! That means we can back taxi, though. Go park this sucker and we'll check out the replay. I really want to see that replay. There he goes. Aviation 300 just stopping by to say hi. Welcome aboard, man. Valdez, this is Lufker Spadero. It's in Long Island. Ooh, hello. Give him a second to put that thing down. Lufker Spadero up in Long Island. It's payware on the org. Do suggest check. Oh, he's gonna stop. Okay. Is he gonna land that thing or? He seems a little unsure of himself. There you go. Okay. The helicopter equivalent of a shark fin. It's a trap! Yeah, he's like, screw that, man. I'm out of here. What the heck? Alright, we'll pop ourselves down here, park her, turn her off, and go check out the replay, and then we'll call it a day there. Ah, it's been too good. It's been too good. I hope somebody got that. Oops. Oops. Don't race the car. Race the car. What's cool? Actually, you know what's really cool? We're gonna do this. These two airports connect. Oops, 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 oops. That's cool. Don't worry about it. Nope, that's fine. Just explains ground handling. These airports connect, and you end up with a grass strip on the other side. The helicopter was filming me. It probably was. You have that dude right there. We'll park next to the Jeep. That's my Jeep. Oh, he's walking in a very creepy fashion. Turn around here. And park brake. Off, 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 off. Open, open. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lofgren Panthera Airport. We made it. Look at that. That place is so cool. Honestly, if you do any flying out here, you got to check this one out. Next time we'll do touch and goes in the grass strip. Because why the hell not? Yeah. That was good. I can't win. I really can't win. I really wanted to see that too. I should have just stayed on the network. Why did that crash? You gotta be kidding me. You will not disconnect from PilotEdge. Ever. Nothing. It didn't even give me a reason. Unless it was Tyler's CSL. Caused it to bomb out. Might have been the CSL. That was me disconnecting from PilotEdge that caused it to crash. I don't think that was the plane. But I guess we'll never know. Well, ladies and gentlemen. Didn't say it was anybody's fault. Let's see who's going right now. Is Val Dudes, are you streaming tonight, man? It's about time for you to start, right? Dirk is going. Lizbeth's going. Unicorn's going. Bellins is back. Maybe that's why everybody left, because Bellins came back. Guys, thank you so much for coming out this afternoon. That was a blast. Like, that was some of my favorite flying in a while. That plane will be out soon-ish. Lionel said a couple weeks probably. Looking forward to everybody having a chance to fly it as well. And yeah, that was good, man. That was good. So this Friday's stream won't be on Friday. It'll be on Saturday afternoon. We'll probably do some Europe flying for a Europe-friendly time. My annual wine tasting event is on Friday, so I will almost certainly be hungover as all hell on Saturday. So assuming I can move on Saturday, we'll get a stream going. So guys, thank you all so much. It was an absolute blast. We will see you next weekend. Enjoy a week. Toodles. Where's the music? Just look at my desktop here for a second, I guess. Wait, hang on. Here's an airplane. We'll see you guys.
Yeah.